Tonight, the number 3 Center Grove Trojans begin the 2015 football season on the road against number 4 Warren Central. Hello, everyone. I'm Kevin Conrad, along with Ted Kitchell and Rick Embry. We welcome you to the 2015 Center Grove football season. And Ted Kitchell, we have what's being billed the best high school football matchup here in week number 1.
Well, it is. I mean, it's two of the powerhouses. Obviously, Warren Central's got a number of state titles, as does Center Grove has their state title. So the MIC-Conference, always the cream of the crop as far as Indiana, and these two teams have shown that. They used to play late in the year. They've changed it. So I think that's a real plus for Eric Moore and his team. They kind of find out a little about themselves early in the year. But the people at Center Grove should have a lot to be excited about. This should be a very, very good football team this year.
Ted, great crowd already here on hand for the Center Grove Trojans, and just a beautiful night for football.
It really is. The last 3 or 4 days, early in the morning, it's felt like fall. And tonight, it's a beautiful evening. The good thing when you're over here on this side of town, too, is we're so used to being here in November when it gets dark early, and with all these trees and everything, it's hard to see who's got the football. So tonight it'll probably stay light till about the end of the game, so that's another positive for Center Grove.
Tonight's pregame show is being presented by Allstate Insurance, the Bontrager Agency of Greenwood. Personal financial representative John Bontrager and his family have been a part of the Greenwood Center Grove community for more than 18 years. John provides a high level of service for more than 2,500 customers. The Bontrager Agency is located at 395 South State Road 135, or contact the agency at 317-888-3200. You're in good hands with Allstate. Coming up next, Aaron Holt talks with Center Grove head football coach Eric Moore to preview tonight's opening game against Warren Central. Tonight's Center Grove football pregame show being presented by Allstate Insurance, the Bontrager Agency of Greenwood.
Hi, I'm John Bontrager. 20 years ago, my wife Shanda and I opened the Bontrager Agency right here in Greenwood, Indiana. Today, we serve over 2,700 families in the Greenwood and surrounding areas. What makes our agency truly special is the 8 licensed sales and customer service staff that work here. Between all of us, we have over 120 years of combined knowledge and expertise to assist our customers. When it comes to the purchase of a new policy, we do an exhaustive needs analysis for each individual person to make sure they have the right coverage for when that claim time happens. And we promise to review that coverage every year for you to make sure it keeps up with your existing needs as your lives change. I realize that customers have many options when it comes to the insurance purchase. If you're looking for an agency that treats you as a friend, please consider the Bontrager Agency.
Welcome to another season of Center Grove football. This is the Allstate Bontrager Agency pregame show. Standing next to me in his 17th season is head coach Eric Moore. And coach, we start off like we have the past 2 years with a tough competitor in Warren Central, Mick Foe, and we got to go up there tonight.
Well, it really doesn't matter when you play them or where you play them. It's always going to be a really physical, fast football game, and you have to be at the top of your game. And this happens to be we start our season with them. I guess that may be the best place to put them. Maybe they're not quite as in charge as they'd like to be at the beginning of the season, so maybe it's a perfect time to get them. We like going over there and playing on the road. We're going to get our white uniforms on tonight, go over there and sneak in the back door, and hopefully we can make something happen.
They're going to look a little different this year. They have a new offensive coordinator, and Derek Moyers, who has been running the Pike program the past 10 years or so, and he has a high-octane offense. I know you're used to it, but he likes to throw that ball around a lot, and that's different for Warren.
Yeah, he's going to have maybe a little better athlete to throw it to than he has been in the past, but they will throw the ball down the field. They'll make you defend that long ball every single play, which wears your secondary out. They like to throw those stop routes, and they also, with a great offensive line that he inherits at Warren Central that he might not have had at Pike, he can run the football. So now they become a three-headed monster, and it's a tough situation for our defense. But this is one of our best defenses we've had since 2008, so we feel good about that.
Turning our attention to the Trojans, we lose a lot of productivity and graduated seniors, but a lot of the guys that are going to be playing tonight have had extensive action in the varsity setting, and starts up front with our defense that you mentioned, and Javon Swan and Cameron Tidd.
Yeah, for the first time since I've been here, our ones and twos are really battling, and the twos got on the field a little bit last year as well. So they're much closer than there's not as nearly the big a drop off as we usually have in depth. So that's going to be fun. The competition and practice has been fun. A little bit of an injury bug here and there has got us. We got to get over that, like all high school teams do. But we're looking forward to a lot of kids competing. You know, maybe as many as 25 or 27 on defense and 30 on offense tonight. So our running backs, obviously we lose Daggett and Max Norris, who are great contributors, powerful runners last year. But we have 4 or 5 really skilled kids, and Trevor Holt and Tyus McCoy and Jackson Holt, Lee Klinker. The list goes on. So we're going to try to hit people with numbers this year.
Some of your best years while you've been at Center Grove come when you have a returning starter at quarterback, and this year Joey Siderwitz is that guy.
Yeah, well, this is Joey's dream, his senior year. He's probably one of the most passionate kids I've ever had on my football team. He leads by example. He's not very vocal, but yet he gets his point across. He's been in the program playing on the field for 4 years. He's a 2-year starter. He does a lot right. He knows how to win ball games. I always tell him before the game, you don't have to win the game, just don't lose the game. And he controls the football. He's a great boot kid. He's great faking and the fundamentals of a wing tee. You couldn't ask for a more perfect wing tee quarterback than Joey Siderwitz. Real excited for him for his senior year.
One thing that's different, a lot of programs can't say this, is we have 2 quality Division I caliber kickers in Nathaniel Snyder and Drew Conrad. And I guess my question to you is, does that change your philosophy knowing you have them in your back pocket from other years, whether it be at the start of the game or throughout the contest?
Well, not really changed my philosophy. I've always been a big guy on trying to tilt the field upside down and really tilt it toward the defense. We're going to play defense and try to keep them on their end, and on offense we'll be conservative and we'll kick the football, we'll punt the football, kick long field goals. Lots of things you can do with these 2 kickers. They are just kids. We got to remember that. But we have a real chance to really tilt the field on them on special teams with a great punter and a great kicker.
One thing's for certain, Warren Center Grove is always a great contest. Coach, we wish you luck tonight and certainly luck throughout the entire season.
Well, thank you. We're really excited to get started, really excited for another fantastic year of Trojan football. So everybody put on the red and drive out east tonight. The best of the South is against the beast in the east, and let's go Trojans. Let's beat WC tonight.
If you want your business to be remembered, you have to stand out and create an impact with your audience. Spotlight Strategies is a full-service marketing company that provides print, apparel, promotional items, and signs. We produce items like company forms, letterhead, business cards, and brochures, customized apparel products, and cool-looking t-shirts for our favorite high school team.
Your message matters. The way you share it makes a difference. Call Spotlight Strategies today.
Hi, I'm John Bontrager. 20 years ago, my wife Shanda and I opened the Bontrager Agency right here in Greenwood, Indiana. Today, we serve over 2,700 families in the Greenwood and surrounding areas. What makes our agency truly special is the 8 licensed sales and customer service staff that work here. Between all of us, we have over 120 years of combined knowledge and expertise to assist our customers. When it comes to the purchase of a new policy, we do an exhaustive needs analysis for each individual person to make sure they have the right coverage for when that claim time happens. And we promise to review that coverage every year for you to make sure it keeps up with your existing needs as your lives change. I realize that customers have many options when it comes to the insurance purchase. If you're looking for an agency that treats you as a friend, please consider the Bontrager Agency.
The Center Grove Trojans begin the 2015 season on the road tonight against the Warren Central Warriors. Welcome back to Warren Central High School. Kevin Conrad, along with Ted Kitchell and Rick Embry, we welcome you to Trojan football. And Ted, we see the Trojans. Nice close-up shot there of the captains for tonight's ball game, and a lot of seniors this year for Center Grove. And here's the horn, and here come the Center Grove Trojans. We're getting close to kicking off the 2015 season, and Ted, this is always a great matchup. 3 seasons ago, they moved this from week 9 to week 1. And the Trojans back in 2013 came over here and beat Warren Central. The only time the Trojans have ever won here at Warren Central, led by Luke Calvert and his gang, 21-12 that night. Just a beautiful win. But the Trojans, Ted, want to get off to a great start tonight and try to get another win here on the road.
Well, obviously you're going to find out a lot about yourself early. You're going to come over here. Warren Central, probably a team, it's very young, probably not going to score a lot of points, but you know that Jason West, outstanding coach, won state titles at Lawrence Central before moving over here and winning a state title here at Warren Central. He's going to put some of his better athletes on the defensive side. So expect their defense to be extremely strong. Expect this to be a bit of a defensive battle. I would think that Center Grove would have the edge with the offensive line that they're bringing back from last year. But whoever controls the line of scrimmage will be the team to win this game.
It's not like you're going to
Warren Central
these guys all season.
away on the other side, about ready to run onto the football field. Our opening quarter tonight will be presented by Duke Homes. Duke Homes built its first home in 1986 and has never looked back. Now, after nearly 30 years of honest hard work, Duke Homes is one of the builders in Central Indiana. See all the great building options Duke Homes has to offer at DukeHomes.com. Duke Homes, a proud supporter of Center Grove Trojan football. Ted, again, great night for football. Couldn't ask for a better opening night. We've had some real hot, humid evenings, but tonight temperature not so bad. It's very comfortable for the fans, and hopefully the players are well conditioned and ready to get this season started.
Yeah, it should be outstanding. I mean, the people from the south side have obviously made their way over here to the east side of town. Great crowd by Center Grove, which they travel well, always have. But I think another thing, early in the year, so many times when it's 95 degrees and humidity's high, as you get to cramping and things like that. Hopefully, with this nice, cool evening tonight, you won't have those type of problems.
And we see Warren Central in the black uniforms, running to midfield. Head coach of the Trojans, Eric Moore, in his 17th year at Center Grove, 147 wins, 54 losses. This is Coach Moore's 21st year of coaching high school football. He's closing in on career number win 200. He's 195 and 59 overall. Last year, the Trojans were 9-4, sectional and regional champs. Saw their season come to an end at Ben Davis, 49-45 in the Semistate. The Giants went on to beat Carmel in the state championship. In the preseason polls, Center Grove in the Class 6A AP Media Poll, number 3, and in the coaches poll, number 5 in 6A.
A little surprised that they're not ranked a little higher. I mean, with all the returning people they had, and also, I mean, let's go back to that semi-state game last year. I mean, Center Grove dominated that football game from start until about the middle of the fourth quarter. But they had a big lead. They weren't quite able to hold on to it. I'm sure that Eric maybe would like to have that last play or 4th down and 1 over again, either try to draw them off or whatever. But anyway, give credit to Ben Davis. They not only stopped Center Grove, but they got the ball, drove it down, scored, and then the following week put a whooping on Carmel after Carmel got up 17-0. So Ben Davis, a very good football team, but don't forget this is a Center Grove team that battled and actually had a 17-point lead at Ben Davis that night.
Warren Central head coach Jason West, 3rd year at Warren Central, 21-6 his record at Warren. Won that state championship back in 2013. Of course, won a state championship in 2012 as the head coach of Lawrence Central. He is a former assistant coach under Coach Moore at Center Grove High School. This is his 8th year of coaching high school football, 73-18 overall. Last year, the Warriors 9-3. They lost to Ben Davis by 4 in the regional, 40-36.
Jason West's team's always very defensive oriented, as Eric's teams are. I mean, play defense first. I mean, this is a game that has been dominated by defense. I don't think anybody scored 21 points, in the last, 4 or 5 years. We've had 12-9 games, 8-5 games. So expect, again, a defensive battle. we'll see. Not really sure exactly what Warren Central has to offer offensively with so many returning people. I mean, they don't have anybody that's carried the football much. They don't have anybody that's caught the football much, and the quarterback threw one pass last year. So there's a lot of questions on the offensive side for Warren Central. Obviously, Center Grove feeling very good about their offensive and defensive line. So I, again, would give the edge to Center Grove as they get ready to play this game here tonight.
The series between Center Grove and Warren Central, the Warriors have won 15, Center Grove 6. Again, the last time the Trojans played here during the regular season back in 2013, Center Grove won that game 21-10, the only time the Trojans have won here at Warren Central. But the last time, Ted, you may recall that these two teams played over here was in the Semi-State back in 2013. Center Grove thought they had something for the Warriors late in that ball game, but it just wasn't to be. Center Grove lost that game 12-7, and Center Grove just couldn't quite execute on the offensive side of things like they normally do. Otherwise, I think the Trojans would have gone on to the state finals and probably would have won a state championship.
Well, the one thing you can be for sure is that it'll be a battle. Very seldom do you see one of these teams beat the other team 40-15 or 40-14, something like that. I mean, it's a battle each and every night. And, again, that is a reason because they're defensive-minded teams not giving up a lot of points, and so you keep yourselves in the game. Obviously, with the athletes that both teams have, you're only one play away from a 60 or 70-yard run, and you're right back in the football game. So it'll be defensive-oriented. Again, I'm interested to see. I think this Center Grove team is one of the best Center Grove teams that I've seen in the last 10, 12 years as far as an offensive line and a defensive line that should dominate both sides of the football. Looking forward to seeing what happens here tonight.
Center Grove will receive to begin the 2015 season. Schuler Narig, senior, will tee it up at the 40 for the Warren Central Warriors. Trevor Holt, along with Grant Mason, back deep for the Trojans. And the 2015 season is underway here at Warren Central. It'll be taken by Holt at the 1-yard line. And he makes a cut, trips at the 15-yard line. So the Trojans will set up camp at the 15. We'll see senior quarterback Joey Siderwitz, who set a school record last year with completion rate 63%. He was 77 of 121 on passing, 9 touchdowns. And we'll see Joey and the Trojans for the first time here in 2015 as they break huddle.
Siderwitz, one of the famous names in Indiana high school football, both dad and granddad.
Siderwitz, hand off to the junior Titus McCoy, and he is not going down, but finally he does at the 15. Great effort by Titus McCoy, and Ted, just not much there at all.
Yeah, Titus McCoy, an outstanding back, going, I guess, on his 3rd year. I mean, he's been there. Not a really big, strong looking guy, but gets a majority of his yards up the middle. Not many there on that first carry.
Jalen Stringer, sophomore linebacker, gets credit for the tackle. Hand off to Holt, and he trips up to the 20-yard line. That is the senior Jackson Holt, as Trevor Holt, a junior, also in the backfield for the Trojans. Pick up of 5 yards for the Trojans. Brings up 3rd and 5, and Ted, that's manageable for the Trojans. Needing 5 yards for the first down.
Yeah, I would think that Eric will probably early here going to keep it on the ground, most likely. But, he's got a veteran quarterback's been back there for over a year that he has a lot of confidence in.
Sprinting outside as Trevor Holt picks up what appears to be a first down. Let's see. It always comes down to the spotting of the football, and they're waving on. First down, Trojans. Move the chains. So they went from Jackson Holt, the senior, to his younger brother, the junior, Trevor Holt, and Trevor gets 5 and the first down. Ted, you want to get that ground game established with this wing T offense that Coach Moore runs.
Oh, he'll get it established, especially with the offensive line he has. It's an offensive line that's big, strong, quick. Maybe not as big as the offensive line on Warren Central's side, but fast and very effective.
Nice opening off the left side of the line to the 30-yard line.
I think
Jackson Holt.
I think that's one thing you're going to have to get used to if you're Center Grove. So many times over the past year, you've seen Max Norris, go 75 or 80 yards. You're probably not going to see that as much this year with Center Grove. They're going to be a more, 4 or 5 yards, 8, 10 yards, grind it out, move the chains, pick up first downs. Not near as explosive. They don't have that type of speed in their backfield.
5-yard pickup, 2nd down and 5, 9:50 to play the first quarter. Back to Trevor Holt, tripped up on that far sideline, just shy of the 35-yard line.
Well, and it makes it 3rd down and 1. Gives you a lot of options. The 3rd down and 1, you can, fake the run, throw a pass, give them a little bit of a surprise. Be a little bit surprised if they do that. Continue to control the line of scrimmage and continue to get first downs is probably what Eric's looking for at this point in the game.
Senior linebacker Cornelius Knox with the open field tackle. 3rd and 1 for the Trojans.
That's the reason for the whistles being blown. Damon Wesley will have to exit for at least a play. A little helmet work done.
Trojans a little extra time in the huddle. One of the defenders having to go to the sideline because of a helmet issue. And there's a check of the starters tonight for your Center Grove Trojans on the offensive side of the ball and defensive side of the ball. Center Grove needing 1 yard. They get it with Titus McCoy. Nice push by the offensive line. McCoy thought he wasn't down. He continues to run, but they did whistle it down. But he does pick up the necessary yardage for the first down.
Yeah, you can see right there the offensive line really moved people out. I mean, nobody even touched his Titus till he's about three yards down the field. So that's a good feeling if you're one of the coaches over on the sidelines, knowing that you can pick 2 or 3 up whenever you need it.
Was Nick Davis, 5'10" and 260 pounds.
New set of downs for the Trojans. Jackson Holt cutting back. Found some daylight.
Well, he did an outstanding job of making the cutback because Warren Central really came across hard. The cornerback really came across hard, turned the play in, but he continued to cut back and able to pick up about 6 yards.
Executing their plan, they probably mapped out this sequence of this series of plays for about 2 weeks.
Cameron Robinson, sophomore tackle, with the stop. Pick up 6 yards. 2nd and 4. 8.5 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. The counter crisscross. Jackson Holt trying to get some tough yardage. Good job by Warren Central, staying very disciplined.
Adrian Baxter able to make the play.
But again, you look down and it's 3rd and 1. And so they continue to pick up 4 or 5 yards each and every time. And again, it gives you a lot of options when it's 3rd down and 1. Makes it very difficult on the defense.
But Warren Central, what we were talking about with their speed, they can recover quickly.
Zach Smith splits out to the right side, brings in the next play. 3rd and 1 here for the Trojans. Titus McCoy right behind Siderwitz. Handoff. Jackson Holt cuts it up. He's got the first down, gets behind his big blocker, and now he's stood up as he crosses midfield. He's now into Warren Central territory. A flag at the end of the play. Could be a penalty here against Warren Central for unsportsmanlike type conduct following the whistle.
Yeah, I think a little extra activity there. They didn't need to. The whistle had blown, and they continued to take him down to the field. So it's going to be a penalty on Warren Central.
So add on another
Already was a first down.
5 yards.
High school football.
I think it'll be interesting to see when Center Grove does have to throw the football, who Joey wants to throw the football to. Last year he seemed to have a favorite target in Hensley, and Hensley obviously his favorite target because he was an outstanding receiver. I mean, he did an excellent job of running under the football and sometimes made Joey look really good. So it'll be interesting to see who his targets are going to be this year as far as when they have to throw the football.
1st and 10 at the Warrior 43, and
nothing.
Titus McCoy was chopped down, and I wondered, did the ball come out?
No.
Did not. He was just chopped down right as he took the handoff. No chance for Titus McCoy to hardly got back to the line of scrimmage, but he does.
Yeah, I tried to run it right up over the center right there, and you can see they do Warren does a nice job. Some big bodies in there. Brogan, the biggest body, a kid that's already committed to Ball State, so he's an outstanding talent and a great nose guard.
Brogan, 280 pounds at 6'2". No gain. 2nd down and 10. And once again, great job by Jackson Holt. He's to the 20, trips up inside the 30, I should say. He was going to be dropped for a loss, but a great job by the senior to reverse field, put on the brakes, and make something out of nothing. And he gets it inside the 30, and another first down for Center Grove.
Yeah, you see it right there. I mean, he was 3 yards dead in the backfield, and Warren has to be disappointed right there because they played that play exactly the way they needed to, and Holt's still able to pick up about 15 yards.
John Anderson makes the tackle. 56 yards.
At the 29, first pass play of the season for Siderwitz. Going to the end zone, touchdown, Trevor Holt.
Well, we wanted to see who his target was going to be. First one of the year. He's 1 for 1 and a TD, 6 points. Holt wide open across the middle, and Joey takes time and finds him right down the middle.
Joey last year, 63% on his completions, best in school history. Hits on his first pass of the season. Center Grove in front, striking first, 6-0. 6:37 to play here in the first quarter. Nathaniel Snyder will kick the extra point. Conrad doing the holding. He gets it down, and Snyder puts it through. Center Grove leads it 7-0.
Well, Center Grove always at their best in their passing game when it's a surprise attack, because they're going to work the ball down the field and with the wing tee, 3rd and 1, 2nd and 1. Every once in a while, you got to be careful because they're going to surprise you. And Holt able to get out of the backfield, gets down the field, nobody picks him up, wide open for a touchdown.
Center Grove opening drive of the 2015 season. Just grinded it out, Ted, all the way down the field. Picked up several first downs for the drive. 12 plays, Ted. They ran the ball 11 times, had that last pass to the end zone, moved the ball 85 yards in 5 minutes, 20 seconds against Siderwitz. Trevor Holt.
That's I think, what Eric is looking for. I mean, he's looking for 8, 10, 12, 15-yard, type of, moving the football up and down the field. He's not expecting to score a touchdown in 2 or 3 plays like they were able to do when Max Norris would break one like last year. This is a different team, made up of a really strong offensive line, controls the offensive line, and you've got some really good, strong backs. I mean, Holt made an outstanding run there when he was going to lose about 3 yards. So I think this is a Center Grove football team that you really have to watch. I think they're, again, I was very surprised that they were ranked number 5 in one poll. I would have had them 1 or 2 in every poll.
Nathaniel Snyder, senior kicker, 52 touchbacks last year out of 82 tries. This one will go a yard deep to Jay Coe, the senior, and it is a touchback for Nathaniel Snyder. Great kick by the senior. And we'll see the Warren Central Warriors offensively for the first time tonight. And Ted, like we mentioned before, a lot of inexperience on this side of the ball for Warren Central. And also they have a new offensive coordinator in Derek Moyers. He is the former head coach at Pike. So a new offense and some inexperience. So we'll see what the Warriors are all about.
Well, I mean, really inexperienced. I mean, the quarterback threw 1 pass last year, and I think their top returning back had 20 carries. So just don't know really what to expect. And they're going against a defensive line that has 2 guys that one going to Vanderbilt, one going to Ball State. Outstanding defensive line by Center Grove.
Jackson Sod will also a very
3-yard
no
pickup.
Huddle.
3-yard pickup for the Warriors.
Out of the shotgun, 4 wide.
Quick pass. It is complete at the 30. First down for Warren Central. Quick hitter.
And quarterback Tristan Tante.
Well, I mean, those type of plays look really good, but when you have to continue to make those type of plays up and down the field, very difficult that a quarterback doesn't make a mistake at some point in time and somebody tips it, they intercept it. I mean, the pros make it look easy, but they obviously put a lot of work into it.
Zach Sumeyer finds Tristan Tante for the first down, and now Sumeyer, the quarterback, fakes the handoff, keeps it, gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Williams, who played on both sides of the ball last year,
tackle made by Parker Ferguson for the Center Grove Trojans. 5.5 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. Center Grove in front, 7-0.
Tante carries the ball for 4 yards, and Sumeyer comes back in. 2nd down and 6.
2nd down and 6 here for the Warriors. Shotgun formation for Sumeyer.
For Warren Central.
Sumeyer looks right. Now he's going to tuck and run. Picks up the first down, slides down at the 45-yard line.
Made by Bailey Bennett.
Ted, that's so difficult to defend when you spread the field, and Sumeyer with great speed. Hard to defend that.
It sure is. There's, just not much you can do. I mean, you got four wide, and all of a sudden there's just nobody in the middle of the field, and he's able to pick up 10 yards pretty easily.
Now Sumeyer, the quarterback, leaves the game. And now Tristan Tante, wide receiver, also backup quarterback, takes the snap, and he gets outside, and he's tripped up close to another first down. Might be just a yard short.
First down marker, but quickly, Warren Central in Center Grove territory.
And a tremendous mix of their play calling.
Pick up 9 yards.
What Coach West is doing here because
Looks like there's a penalty flag. I can't see it. I think there's a penalty flag down maybe on this side of the field that we can't see.
really spreading out the play.
Officials are discussing, but
Trying to figure out exactly where that ball needs to be marked. I did not see a flag late, but let's see if
Referees discussing.
as it stands now, it should be 2nd down and a yard. An illegal formation.
They're going to say an illegal formation against the Warren Central Warriors.
Flag back behind the line of scrimmage, and that was thrown immediately at the snap of the ball. So
On that D-line for the Trojans tonight, Javon Swan, Cameron Tidd, Dan Root, and Zach Wells.
wipe away the night.
Linebackers, Jackson Sodrell, Nate Arbuckle, and Bailey Bennett. And in the secondary, Tyler Pence, Connor Steve, Blake Moran, and Will Smithy.
Has not had a losing season as a head coach in the state of Indiana. Winning percentage over 800 in his high school.
Sumeyer.
We're
Actually,
gonna
it's
run her
be
again. Same
Tante,
play.
and this time they get him. They're going to call him for horse collar.
Sure are gonna
That's
call it.
Javon Swan. He got Tante from behind, but looks like he may have got the hands inside the shoulder pads, and they do throw the flag quickly.
Looked like he got his shirt almost. Yeah, it looked like he got a finger inside there. Obviously, that's become something that's been called over the last 5 or 6 years, and it needs to be called because they pull guys down from the back and they end up breaking legs.
15 yards. Going the other direction. And he had his hand inside the pass.
So now it's down to 1st and 2 for 2 or 3.
Yeah, first and a couple. Back into Center Grove territory. 4:07 to play, opening quarter. Center Grove in front, 7-0.
Tante stays in as quarterback.
He must be the one that does more of the running, and he's going to keep it once again, and he gets it to the 40-yard line. First down, Warren Central.
Well, that's the kind of stuff that we're used to seeing Warren Central, that
6 yards on the carry.
when they used to win state titles, their quarterback was just an additional running back there. You think of Desmond Hardy, one of the greatest, maybe the greatest high school football team ever in this state. They were so good and so hard to figure out who had the football.
New set of downs here for the Warriors at the Trojan 41. Pass complete across the middle. Tante now becomes the wide receiver, makes the catch. Sumeyer with the throw.
They do a nice job. Sumeyer does a nice job of faking in there, and it's almost just a little. It's only a 5 or 6 yard pass down the field, almost like a long handoff that he's thrown to Tante.
Jackson Sodrell, senior linebacker, with the
No contact
tackle.
made on the flinch by both Tidd and Swan.
2nd down and 3 for the Warriors.
Time of the play clock is
3:15 to play here in the opening quarter. Sumeyer, quick hitter, hits Tante and gets it just short of the 25. Another first down for Warren Central.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job of moving the football down the field against a very good defense. So let's see if Center Grove, once they get down to the 25 or 20, inside the 20, if they can stiffen a little bit.
Marked at the 26-yard line.
Huge offensive line for Warren Central. Comes in, averages about 290.
Handoff goes to the full.
Run up the middle.
That'll be Terry Hart.
A couple of yards
Touches last year
for
the
Terry Hart,
Warriors. Junior
senior, 5'9", 210 pounds. And did a lot of passing here in the first quarter for Warren Central, so definitely a different look for the Warriors.
Well, you pointed out that Moyers came over. Obviously, they love to throw it around at Pike when he was the head coach there, and he's probably going to have more good quality athletes here as far as football athletes, and so not surprised Tante back at quarterback again.
Hand off outside, Center Grove there
Good
to
stick right there.
That's Jackson Sadrell with a nice stick.
Talking about
3 yards on the carry.
Also assisted by Nick Arbuckle.
Fulton with the carry for Warren Central.
Ari Fulton, his second carry tonight. Third down. Not exactly the down that Warren has faced.
Third down and about 4. They've been. This has probably been a passing down so far for them.
Sue Meyer looks to the sideline for the play.
Play clock now at 9.
You want to find 17, he's right to his right. That's who he's been throwing it to.
Hands
it
it off. And gets it to the 15-yard line. First down, Warren Central.
Well, that's the thing that, by throwing the football as much as they have, it opens up things like that. 3rd and 4, you would think it's probably a passing down so far, and they hand it off and able to pick up about 6 right in there.
Javon Swan with the tackle on Dakari Fulton, a senior running back at 5'9". At the Trojan 16-yard line. Tante now the quarterback. He's going to run it right up the gut. Pushes the pile to the 10-yard line. 5 yards for Tante. Ted, this Warren Central Warriors, the strength of the offense will be the offensive line. They got some
big bodies.
Big bodies up front.
Big boys.
It's the skill players that somewhat inexperienced.
But we know, and always have known ever since playing Warren Central, there's plenty of athletes walking up and down the halls here on this side of town, and Jason West is going to find them and get them out to play football.
Tante carries left tackle. Very big on that left side of the offensive line. He's inside the 5 to the 4, 6 yards for Tante.
Obviously, Tante, the guy that they like to go to, either passing the football or running the football, obviously a talented guy. Move in from Perry Meridian, where he was a very talented football player. He's also a great wrestler. His father, one of the best wrestling coaches in the state.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line. Tante stays in at quarterback. He's just going to take the snap and run the football, and he is clobbered right as he hit the line of scrimmage.
Might be the final play of the quarter.
Jackson Sadrell with the initial hit.
Looks like he's down to about the 3.
1-yard pickup. 2nd and goal at the 3, and 15 seconds to play first quarter.
Yeah, they might find the going a little tough in there with Tid and Swan right in the middle. And looks like that's going to be the final play of the first quarter.
Try to score their first touchdown of the game.
The Warriors go to the sideline, and that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Center Grove in front, 7-0 here in this season opener on the road against Warren Central. We'll take a break. This is Center Grove Trojan football.
Hi, I'm Mark Linder.
And I'm Tiffany McClurg with the Linder McClurg team at RE/MAX Select.
We would like to say thank you for making us Center Grove's go-to real estate team year after year.
We take great pride in supporting and giving back to our community. Throughout the years, we have supported many blood drives, fundraisers, and have been named a top donator for Riley Children's Hospital. We are super excited to be a top sponsor for Center Grove football this year. Remember, when buying, selling, or building, please remember to call the Linder McClurg team. Go Trojans!
After one complete here at Warren Central High School, the Center Grove Trojans lead at 7-0 over the Warriors, but Warren Central on the move. They've got the football inside the 5. It'll be 2nd and goal at the 3 to begin the second quarter.
Jason West has to be very impressed with his offense. His quarterback, he's moved guys in and out, and they've done an outstanding job of moving the football.
Sue Meyer under center this time and gets it to the 1. Strong run by Dakari Fulton. And on the tackle for the Trojans, Dan Root, and Zach Wells.
Warren Central does not huddle up. Obviously, they get their signals from the sidelines, as so many college football teams do this now, and make it difficult on the defense where they can't really set anything up. So you have to, you've watched film, you've obviously got certain reads. Tante in there to run, and he's going to run the football. You can bet on it.
Yeah, Tante takes the snap, runs it in off the left side, scores easily. Makes it a 7-6 ball game. The Warriors, on their first drive of the night, score. And now, pending the extra point, have a chance here to tie the football game.
Well, you can see why I'm such a Confucius type of guy. I told you it was going to be a defensive battle. And each team has gotten the football, and each team has driven it down the other team's defense and scored touchdowns. So that's why I'm the expert analyst.
That's why you're up here, right? Not down the sideline coaching. Now we got the extra point attempt here for the Warriors.
Snap back is good.
Good snap, and the kick is good.
As well.
Narig puts it right down the middle to tie the game at 7 apiece. And Ted for the Warriors on the drive. Much like Center Grove, 15 plays, ran it 12 times, passed it 3 times, 80 yards in 6 minutes, 58 seconds. Again, Tante scores from 1 yard out.
Yeah, Tante was very impressive. I mean, either running the football, catching the football, but he's obviously somebody that Center Grove they need to know where he is on the football field. Obviously, when he's in the backfield, he's going to run the football as he did each and every time right there. So, need to pin your ears back and find number 17, but very impressive, as I said, by Warren Central to move the football down the field. Again, in the past they've been very explosive, maybe run a 60, 70-yard gain, something like that, but that was a really nice offensive job done by Warren Central, moving the football down the field.
Ted, out of the 15 plays for Warren Central, Tante was involved in 9 of them, whether he was passing, running, or catching the football.
Yeah, you need to find him. He's obviously a key. We didn't know exactly how much he was going to play. Well, they had him at wide receiver. They had him as a backup quarterback. Obviously, they're going to play him at both, and he's very effective both.
Narig with the kickoff. And it bounces into the end zone. Automatic touchback. Center Grove will have it at the 20. Grant Mason tried to come up with it, but could not come up with it cleanly. So the Trojans, with their second drive of the night, first one ended on a 29-yard touchdown pass from Siderwitz to Trevor Holt. Quarter number 2 being presented by Tiffany McClurg and Remax Select Realty. Tiffany McClurg and Remax Select Realty is your number 1 source for Metro Indy real estate. Siderwitz, hand off, and they try to chop him down, and they do at the 15-yard line. Trevor Holt, no chance at all. The Warrior defense had that one well read from the snap.
Yeah, that offensive drive by Warren Central has given their defense a little boost of confidence right here. You can see, I mean, they almost made a number of plays on that first drive, and Center Grove able to get away from them. But right there, you saw the quickness. They closed quickly, and 2-yard loss for Center Grove.
Linebacker Cornelius Knox, he's a senior, with the tackle. Loss of 2, second down and 12, and flags down before the snap of the football.
Looked like movement against Center Grove.
Right side of the offensive line. Have an early jump on that play.
It will be against the Trojan O-line.
Yeah, and that's something you want to avoid if you're obviously Eric Moore. I mean, here's a team that, continues to pick up 3, 4, 5 yards a carry. All of a sudden it's 2nd and 17. It puts you in a difficult situation. So, obviously, Joey, can throw the football, has been very effective throwing the football, so he might have to here. In the gun.
First time tonight we've seen Siderwitz in the gun. Handoff to Hines McCoy, trying to find something here on the near side, and all he's finding is a wall of black defenders in the Warren Central Warriors, and a very stout stop there by the Warriors.
Well, and there's a lot of guys chasing that football. I mean, nice job of reading. Once Tyus able to get the football, Warren Central did an outstanding job of pursuing that football, and just not much room right there. So you're looking at 3rd and 17. You're not in good field position. You'd really really don't want to take a chance right here. You'd like to pick up the first down, but you'd like to pick up 10 yards to give you a little better field position to punt.
Siderwitz, screen pass, Titus McCoy, again trying to find an opening, nice spin move, and he gets it to the 15-yard line. Well short of the first down, so we'll see the Center Grove Trojan punting unit for the first time tonight.
On the side of the home team, the Warrior. 3 times to the right side for Center Grove. Make sure you go wide, Austin.
Who's punting for Center Grove this year, Rick? Do you know, Rick?
I haven't heard of the kid before. I don't.
That would be Drew.
I just heard Regstro. He said Conrad's his
Drew
name.
Conrad. There you go. Gotta get your roster.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I haven't got the roster. I haven't. Mine only goes to number 70, I think.
Got to get the long snapper in there. He's running on the field right now.
Tight end. Long snap.
Sophomore Corey Heinrichs. Conrad from his own 2-yard line. Jaco back deep for the Warriors. Wobbly kick, good hang time. Jaco's going to back away and let it bounce, and it takes a Center Grove roll and a roll to the 46
Pretty good.
yard line. 39 yards on the punt, right at his average last year. Conrad at 38.7 last year. That one goes for 39.
Well, Warren Central came out, really stiffened their defense, did a nice job of getting Center Grove to have to punt the football away. Let's see what Center Grove's defense, who's supposed to have a lot of accolades coming in here as far as an outstanding defense, especially up front. Warren Central had its way with them that first possession.
Sumeyer from the gun. Center Grove jumped. That far left side jumped for the Center Grove Trojans. Penalty against Center Grove.
If you jump kind of into that neutral zone area, you're fine. You jump past
So that'll make it 1st and 5.
Parker Ferguson a little bit too aggressive on that left side.
Pretty good high school crowd here tonight. You look across, obviously Warren Central at home. They've got a nice crowd, and the red and white doing themselves proud on the road here on this side.
Warren Central offense.
Beautiful, beautiful night for high school football.
Simply reload. Warren is living up to that right now.
Junior quarterback Sumeyer barks out the play to his offensive line. Now they're ready to go. Inside handoff to that far sideline is Isaac Avance. And the Trojans did a great job to string that one out.
Yeah, much better job of pursuing the football right there. They tried to kick it outside, and Center Grove having nothing of it. And loss of 1 and makes it 2nd down and 6.
Javon Swan with the tackle for the Trojans. Ball at the Warrior 49-yard line.
Not always easy for those big guys inside. Swan obviously showed a lot of athleticism, a lot of speed, chasing that back all the way to the sideline.
The services of Javon Swan.
Quick hitter to Tante. He's wrapped up, close to a 1st down.
Great hands right there. I mean, that was not an easy catch. He reached right out and snagged that football.
Require a measurement.
The officials will call a 1st down. I thought they might do a measurement, but they will not. They're going to call 1st down Warren Central. 7 yards on the completion to Tante. 8 minutes to play until halftime. We're tied at 7 apiece. Second possession of the night here for Warren Central. Quick hitter to Jaco. The senior has great speed. Ted, you may recall him from last year. A lot like Darren Sproles. He's very tiny, about 5'6", but he's got some quicks.
Yeah, he was very good right there. You can see it looked like there might have been a hold out there on that block on the corner, but nothing called, and a big gain for Warren Central.
Connor Steed, nice open field tackle. 17-yard gain for Jaco, senior, Mr. Do-It-All. He runs the football. He can catch the football. That's his first play of the night. He's been quiet up to this point. 7:40 to play here in the first half. Sumeyer may have changed the play. High snap, fakes the handoff, under pressure. Siderl just missed him and tripped up on
great play right
on
there.
the edge. Coming across, making the play for the Trojans is Dan Root, the left defensive end. 1 yard.
Yeah, shoestring tackle saved him about 10 yards right there because he had open field in front of him. He was going to get some yardage right there, and great effort.
Ted, this has been a very fast first half.
both teams have been very efficient. They've not turned the ball over, and they've been able to move the football up and down the field. Not many incomplete passes when they do throw it, so the clock continues to move.
Tante, the quarterback, runs right, now turns it up, puts that foot in the ground, and squares the shoulder pads and gets it to the 25-yard line. Sodrell in on the stop. Couple of yards for Tante. 3rd and 7 for the Warriors.
Center Grove, you need to find 17. He's out here in the left slot. You need to find him. That's who they like to throw to.
That quick slant. And he's under pressure. Sumeyer completes it to Avance, and he picks up the first down, and he's out of bounds at the 10.
Boy, it looked like he was trying to throw a screen pass. I can't imagine that no offensive linemen are downfield on that play.
He was tackled before he got to the 10-yard line, so not first.
But nothing was called right there. Usually on a screen pass, when it takes that long to throw, usually you get your offensive lineman downfield trying to block, and they can't go downfield like that. But nothing was called. Excellent play by Warren Central, and they continue to move the football.
14 yards on the play. Sumeyer fakes the handoff, rolls right, throws it to the end zone, has a man, incomplete. Couldn't hang on to it. Good job by Pence to push the receiver down. Could not bring it in.
Yeah, receiver kind of missed jumps here. He can't quite get it timed. You take a look at it right here. He just jumped a little too early and wasn't able to catch the football at its height.
Cameron Davis, the intended receiver, sophomore. 2nd down and goal.
Usually run it from this formation.
Sumeyer under center, now looks to the sideline. Down to 3 on the play clock. 2 seconds, takes the snap. Avance. And he is chopped down by Tyler Pence on that far sideline. Tyler drops him for a yard loss.
Yeah, usually when they're in that set, they're going to run the football. There they tried to get to the outside. Nice job by Center Grove of really holding that corner over there and not allowing them to get anybody blocked, and they got a lot of good pursuit. Warren Central now looking at 3rd down and, 3rd and goal?
3rd and goal. At the 9-yard line. I guess they give him 1 yard on the play. I thought he had him chopped down for a loss, but they do mark it at the 9.
They're going to call timeout here? Yeah.
Coach Jason West calls a timeout, stops the clock with 5 minutes, 30 seconds to play here in the opening half. We're tied at 7 apiece. Warren Central, though, knocking on the door.
You would think they would have to throw the football. Obviously, they moved it down the field. They would like to have a chance to score. Now, the last couple of guys that have caught the football have been backs, that little back out of the backfield. So you want to make sure that you know where he is.
Pointer Sheet Metal, a proud supporter of Trojan football. When you need to be confident that your project will be handled on time, on budget, and with the quality your standards demand, put Pointer's professionals to work. Pointer Sheet Metal is Indiana's most respected full-service sheet metal and custom metal crafter by bringing deep experience, solid expertise, and dependable performance to projects of all sizes. No job is too large or too small for Pointer's professionals. For more info, go online at pointersheetmetal.com.
50-yard line seats.
Took a tour of Pointer Sheet Metal's new facility. They relocated from Bloomington to Greenwood, I should say, and very, very impressive facility in Greenwood.
Another guy we haven't heard much from, number 9 over here, as he's the wide receiver.
Montez Brown.
He's very long, and he can very athletic. I mean, they could throw it up, and he go get it also. So look for a pass here from Warren Central at 3rd down and goal.
Sumeyer from the gun.
Central thinking end zone here.
Looking right, throws it into the end zone. Touchdown. Quick hitter.
Well, you got to break quicker on that football, especially down around the end zone. I mean, quarterback not going to have that much time to throw, so it's going to be a timing pass. You can't be backing up. I said you got to be coming forward right there, and nice timing play by Warren Central. I mean, obviously something they've worked on. Many hours have been spent, and it paid off right there.
Paul Miner with the 10-yard touchdown reception for the Warriors. Makes it 13-7. The extra point kick looked ugly, but it does go through. Makes it now a game of 14-7. Warren Central takes its first lead of the night. 5:27 to play here in the second quarter.
Very little at wide receiver, quarterback, or running back.
Well, Warren Central's had the ball twice, and they moved it up and down the field, any way that they've wanted to. They've thrown the football. They've run the football. Center Grove did a pretty good job that last series. They got them to 3rd and 9, and they were still able to get it in the end zone for a touchdown. So confidence riding high on the opposite sideline.
Play for Jason West at Warren Central.
Good shot of Coach Moore on the sideline.
Percentage of over
for the Warriors on the drive, 9 plays. Really well balanced. 4 running plays, threw the ball 5 times, moved it 54 yards in 3 minutes, 21 seconds. Sumeyer to Minor on a 10-yard touchdown pass to put the Warriors in front 14-7, 5:27 to play here in the opening half. Narig will kick off for the Warriors.
Maybe I think more self-preservation. My thought is if I'm over 500, I get to keep my job. That's just me. You set the bar a little bit higher. Eric's kick.
It's going to be a yard deep, touchback. Trevor Holt makes the catch in the end zone, so the Trojans will begin once again from their own 20-yard line. Center Grove scored on the opening drive. Had a great drive. Ended with Siderwitz throwing a 29-yard touchdown pass to Trevor Holt. Drive number 2 for the Trojans. Really did not move the ball at all. Really stalled, forced the punt. And for the Warriors, they've had 2 drives, both very effective. They have scored twice. Let's see what the Trojans can do here on their 3rd drive of the night.
And off the jet sweep to Holt.
Holt trying to find something here to the near side. Cannot. Gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Back to the 20-yard line. That's
Warren Central had just great closing speed. Just really close in on that running back.
They can really pursue the football. We've seen it for years, but their corners and their linebackers play like college players as far as closing on the outside. Center Grove probably going to have to put the ball in the air here at some point in time. You got to let this Warren Central defense know that you can throw it.
Off left tackle, Jackson. Nope, Trevor Holt picks up the first down. Take it down at the 35-yard line. 14 yards for the junior, Trevor Holt.
67, bad ankle, he's hurt.
North-South River, nice 15-yard gain there.
67, Bailey
Smith,
and
6'2", junior.
Yeah.
Offensive lineman.
Already 1 offensive lineman down earlier this year.
Bailey Smith, and this is already a Center Grove team that has a couple of linemen injured.
So you could see him. He was noticeably limping, and he went down to the ground. So I'd be very surprised if you see him back tonight.
4:47 to play in quarter number 2 here at Warren Central. Center Grove down 14-7.
I'm not sure how big of a difference there is in a lot of positions I have.
Smith to his feet, but he's going to try to walk off under his own power, but he's just not putting much weight at all on that right foot.
Yeah, in their offense, guards obviously have to pull. There's a lot of stuff going on when you're running the wing T. As far as it's not just put your hand on the ground and go straight ahead. There's a lot of things going on if you're an offensive lineman, and he's going to have to have some work done on that ankle before he's going to be back.
Good shot of Smith there walking off. Dave Buckholtz helping him.
This is where Joey really needs to pull this team together. You just don't go in the huddle. You got to get in the huddle and you got to talk to them about, hey guys, we need to move this football down the field. We need to get a score here before halftime and get this thing turned around.
Titus McCoy does a great job to hurdle a defender. Almost got going in the open field before he was finally pulled down from behind. Good pickup, though, of 8 yards.
You can see Center Grove picking up a lot of yards when they're able to cut back because Warren Central closes things off on the corner by pursuing so hard that Titus did a nice job right there cutting back and finding about 8 yards.
William Campbell, defensive back, chases him down from behind to make the tackle. Pickup of 8 yards, 2nd and 2.
Holt.
Trevor Holt gets a couple of yards.
Well, that could have been more. Jalen Stringer made the play.
Move the chains. Center Grove, much like that opening drive, Ted, starting to move the chains once again.
Man, that's what this team needs to do, like I said. I mean, you're not going to get the 70 and 80-yarder that we've seen the last couple years. You're going to have to continue to grind it out 10, 12 plays at a time. Patience is very key.
Stringer with the tackle. This time it's Jackson Hold, and he goes in motion, takes the hand off, and could not turn it up.
And your
Great
offensive
push.
tight end's got to do a better job. I mean, he just got run over right there. I mean, it looked like the defensive end in the corner right here just blow it up. There's just nothing there, nothing he can do.
Coach Moore doing a great job here on this drive, really mixing things up with the play calling, giving Warren Central some different looks. Lost a couple there, 2nd and 12. 3:20 and counting. First half.
Joey's going to be out of the gun here.
You generally don't with these two teams.
Looking to throw.
Play for the Trojans.
Goes to the screen pass. Titus McCoy down the sideline, hit out of bounds, short of the first down. Great yardage, though, for Titus McCoy. Great explosion down the sideline.
Exactly. It was explosion, and he didn't wait, and he didn't try to juke him here or there. He got the football, and he's looking for a first down. He's running straight up the field, north to south, and trying to get there, and almost did. So good play by Center Grove, put themselves in a position where they can pick this up at 3rd down and 2.
Anderson hit him out of bounds. 3rd and a couple. Hand off, Titus McCoy gets the first down. Tries to spin out of the tackle. The chain gain will move once again. Titus McCoy, 5 yards. First down, Center Grove.
Junior tailback.
Titus has that ability, Ted, to make you miss. That first tackler just can't really get a good hit and bring him down. He usually is able to dodge that first guy.
He's got great balance. It's hard to knock him off his feet. I mean, so many times you see him get hit, but he just continues to spin and continues to move forward. He's been an outstanding running back now going on 3 years for Center Grove.
At the 41-yard line in Warren territory.
Hand off to Holt.
Trevor Holt. Got a yard. Warren Central pursuing Holt from the weak side and nearly got him from behind.
Yeah, it's difficult to try to run around Warren Central unless you've got really speedy people. They're just so quick to the corner and getting you down that and it's not just one guy. I mean, they got 3 or 4 guys chasing you. So great athletes.
2nd down and 9. 2 minutes to play, 2nd quarter. Siderwitz from the gun. Looks left, rolls to his right, sets his feet, has a man, lost it down the field. That is Sturzman. Touchdown, Trojans. Quentin Sturzman, senior, with the catch.
Great throw by Joey. He had to wait a long time for Sturzman to open himself up, but you can see the throw right there. Throws it up, does a nice job running under it. 6 points for Center Grove. 6 needed points as we're getting close to halftime here.
40-yard touchdown pass to Quentin Sturzman. 14-13. Trojans down 1 with 1:55 to play here in the first half. Great call. Again, he looked left and came back right, and Sturzman had his man beat. And Joey threw a strike, and Snyder adds the extra point, and we're tied at 14 apiece.
Well, Joey's done a nice job throwing the football. He's only thrown it 3 or 4 times, but he's been on target each and every time, 2 of them for touchdowns. And, Sturzman, again, did a nice job of using his body to free himself up there. He's not the fastest guy in the world as far as just running by defenders, but he did a nice job of using his bigger body against the littler defender and shielding that guy off and able to catch the football.
Every game this season on the Metropolitan.
Impressive drive by the Trojans. Give a lot of credit to Coach Moore. Some great play calling on that drive. 9 plays, ran the ball 7 times, a couple of passes, 80 yards on the drive. 3 minutes, 32 seconds is all that it took. Again, Siderwitz to Sturzman, 40-yard touchdown pass. So for Joey, a couple of touchdown passes tonight. I think, Ted, he's thrown about 2 long balls, and he's thrown 3 for the night. He's 3 for 3.
Yeah, he's done an outstanding job. I think he got in the huddle and, after they lost the one lineman there and told, he needed to give him a little talk. Let's get going here. We need to get on the board here before we go in at halftime. I mean, that's a huge touchdown, even though it only brings it to a tie. Momentum-wise, it does so much as you get ready to go to halftime.
Snyder's kick inside the 5. He's a fast one across the 30. Good job by the Trojan special teams to drop him at the 31. Give credit to Grant Mason, Jr. for the tackle.
Jason West do here. He's got 1:40 left. They've shown that they can throw the football, but it's been little dink and dunk type of passes, not really anybody going deep. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't run it out and go into halftime.
Warren Central with a couple of timeouts. Sumeyer, the quarterback. He's the passer. Tante, the runner. But you're right, Ted. It's been the underneath type passes for Warren Central here in the first half.
And obviously Center Grove is going to play a defense where they're not going to let anybody get behind them.
Running play and stood up and pushed back. Great stand by the Trojans.
You might see Eric Moore call timeout. You said Warren Central's got timeouts. You might see Eric, if they're able to stop him one more time, and that way at least make them punt the football away. They have not punted the football yet tonight, and maybe hope for a bad snap or something and get some field position.
Arbuckle and Tidd in on the stop for the Trojans. 120 and counting. Second down and 9. They give him 1 yard with the forward progress. Sumeyer from shotgun formation, looking right, throwing right. He completes the pass right at the 40, gets out of bounds. He's hit immediately, going to be short of the first down. 7 yards.
Sumeyer's done a good job as far as throwing the football. I mean, his timing routes have been outstanding. Obviously, he's found Tante a number of times right there in the slot, but they still got a long way to go here with only 1:08.
Minor with the catch. Tyler Pence with a nice hit on that far sideline. 1:08 to play first half.
And it is 3rd down and 2.
Third and a couple.
If you are able to stop them right here, they're going to have to punt.
Center Grove defense has not been able to stop Warren Central as of yet. We have yet to see the Warriors punt tonight. 3rd and a couple.
I can't imagine that they're going to run or throw the football here. You got to run the football.
Sumeyer's going to throw and completes it to Minor. He gets loose. He's inside Center Grove territory, inside the 35, down to the 34. First down for Warren Central. They stop the clock to move the chains. 1 minute, 1 second to play.
1 second to go on the half. Still got 2.
Sadrell wrapped him up from behind. New set of downs for the Warriors.
They're thinking 6 now.
Coe with the catch, trying to get outside, and he stays in bounds. They kept him in bounds. Blake Moran with the tackle on the edge.
Still 45 seconds left and timeouts.
A couple of timeouts remaining for Warren Central. Second down and 5 at the Trojan 30.
Down to 35.
Sumeyer lost the football, picks it up, and he's sacked.
Timeout. Call a timeout.
Sam Bolin hits him from behind.
Well, he hits him from behind, but Sumeyer just lost the football right there. I mean, he lost his concentration, loses the football out of his hand, and able to pick it up, but he loses a number of yards and time. He loses a lot of time also.
Bolin, a junior.
3rd down and about 12.
Yeah, 3rd and 12. The call for Coach Jason West. Offense now being run by former Pike head coach Derek Moyers.
I mean, I suppose if you could get it down to the 23, 22, 23, maybe try a 40-yard field goal.
30 seconds to play here in the first half. Coming up in just a few moments, we'll have our Ray Skillman Automotive Group halftime show. Ray Skillman, where we stack them deep and sell them cheap. Center Grove Gridiron President Aaron Holt will join us at halftime.
Pregame coverage at 6:30 on HDSN.
Center Grove.
Well, you know they're going to throw it. I mean, they've thrown it in situations where they should, and even when they should not, maybe they've thrown it. But they're very confident. They've obviously worked on this passing attack. Center Grove can't continue to be backing up. At some point in time, you got to come forward, see if you can pick one of these off.
Sumeyer comes back to the left side, completes it. Avant goes down the sideline, touchdown. Wow, what a call.
What a call, and what a block by big number 77. Big number 77 just did a nice job right there of putting his body on somebody, providing a lane, and I guess there was enough time to score 6 points.
Touchdown. Just a little misdirection there, and boy, he just really took off.
Great call by the Warriors.
I'll tell you what, Jason West is impressive as a football coach. He gets his guys to believe. I mean, he did it at WarrenCentral. He comes over here. He's winning state titles here. I mean, the guy has something going. I mean, some guys are able to win football games and get your guys to believe in what you're doing, and he's one of them.
Extra point kick is good. 21-14, WarrenCentral back in front with 21 seconds to play here in the opening half.
I mean, we've seen Eric Moore do it on the south side for years, getting maybe doesn't have as many good athletes as some of the other people in the MIC, and his teams just continuously believe in what's going on. But you can see him right now on the sidelines. He is not a very happy guy. I think that they talked about possibly that play being run, and somebody didn't cover it, and cost them 6 points.
More over the years.
Give me that guy shrugging his shoulders.
Before Jason Westwood was John Hart as the head coach at WarrenCentral.
Grant Mason and Trevor Holt back deep for the Trojans.
In the old Kevin Wright days, number first round, second round for a third option.
For the Warriors, 7 plays. They ran it twice, 5 through the air. Moved it 60 yards in only a 1 minute, 29 seconds. Very efficient.
That's what's most impressive, is you just didn't think that. We came here tonight wondering if they could score against this Center Grove defense, and they've already put 21 up at halftime.
37-yard touchdown pass. Sumeyer to Avant.
It's returnable.
This one is returnable. Grant Mason from his own 2-yard line. And he is hit hard at the 19-yard line. And he's back to his feet. He appears to be okay. Grant Mason, a great track runner for the Center Grove Trojans, possesses a lot of speed. Took a big hit there on that return.
I mean, that's a huge score for Warren, not only because it puts them in the lead and puts points on the board, but they also get the football coming out at start the second half. So Eric Moore's looking right here. You got 15 seconds to go. What do you do? He's probably going to put a knee down and talk to his defense about stopping Warren to start the second half.
Trying to figure out a way to slow down this attack.
Siderwitz takes the knee, and Center Grove will go into the halftime locker room down 21-14. And Ted, Coach Moore, having a few words with the official here on the near sideline. Not happy about
that,
something.
I think he's talking to him about that block that was made right there in front of the bench, that big number 77. He threw a nice block, but he might have had his hands full of white jersey.
Coming up next will be our Ray Skillman Automotive Group halftime show, again here at intermission at WarrenCentral. The Warriors lead Center Grove 21-14. This is Center Grove Trojan football.
Ray Skillman's got your truck, man. Big and little trucks, man. Integrated locations, man. Skillman's got your truck, man. He's got SUVs, crossovers, long bed, short bed, flat bed, dump cab, crew cab, center cab, half ton, 3/4 ton, 1 ton, high cube van, cargo van, diesel engine, gas in stock. For custom in the color you want, man. Ray Skillman's got your truck, man. Big and little trucks, man. Integrated locations, man. Skillman's got your truck, man. Ray Skillman's got your truck, man.
Hi, I'm John Bontrager. 20 years ago, my wife Shanda and I opened the Bontrager Agency right here in Greenwood, Indiana. Today, we serve over 2,700 families in the Greenwood and surrounding areas. What makes our agency truly special is the 8 licensed sales and customer service staff that work here. Between all of us, we have over 120 years of combined knowledge and expertise to assist our customers. When it comes to the purchase of a new policy, we do an exhaustive needs analysis for each individual person to make sure they have the right coverage for when that claim time happens. And we promise to review that coverage every year for you to make sure it keeps up with your existing needs as your lives change. I realize that customers have many options when it comes to the insurance purchase. If you're looking for an agency that treats you as a friend, please consider the Bontrager Agency.
If you want your business to be remembered, you have to stand out and create an impact with your audience. Spotlight Strategies is a full-service marketing company that provides print, apparel, promotional items, and signs. We produce items like company forms, letterhead, business cards, and brochures, customized apparel products, and cool-looking t-shirts for our favorite high school team.
Your message matters. The way you share it makes a difference. Call Spotlight Strategies today.
Welcome back, everyone, to Warren Central High School. This is the Ray Skillman Automotive Group halftime show. Ray Skillman, where we stack them deep and sell them cheap. The Center Grove Trojans down 21-14 to the Warren Central Warriors, and special guest Aaron Holt, the president of the Center Grove Gridiron Club, joined us now at halftime. And Aaron, just your assessment of this opening half for the Trojans.
Well, I got to tell you, it's pretty much what we expected when we were talking earlier this week. I think both teams knew what they wanted to achieve, and for the most part, they both have been able to do it. We had one poor series, and other than that, they really didn't expect us to air it out like we have. Haven't done that a lot, but we knew that was in the game plan, kind of suckering them in, and it's obviously worked. And then Coach Moyer coming over from Pike and inserting that high-octane offense to Warren is just going to be difficult to stop, and we're going to have to make some big plays here in the second half.
Aaron, I felt like Joey, when he had to pass, boy, he's been pretty darn efficient. That first touchdown pass to your son, Trevor, 29 yards. It's more than anything, it's that surprise element that Joey is so effective, and I give a lot of credit to Coach Moore on some of those calls. But, again, I thought Joey looked very effective on the pass.
Well, one thing that Joey has consistently been able to show all the way through his high school career is he's very efficient. And he didn't set that record last year by luck, and it's showing that he can place that ball right where it needs to be. And if we can just get open, I got to tell you, I like our chances.
Aaron, the Center Grove Gridiron Club, I know you do so much work to get all the sponsors lined up for us. Again, we would not be able to do this video webcast each and every Friday night throughout the fall if it wasn't for Aaron Holt and the great sponsors in the Center Grove community. And Aaron, we've got some new sponsors this year, but boy, it's just great to see the support from the community.
Well, I'll tell you, years back, a group of fathers, parents got together and started the Gridiron Club, and it's really taken off over the years, and thanks to them to get this thing going, and now us being able to put a live game on, and every year we bring something new in, and I think you all that are watching this year have been able to see the close-up shots, whether it be of the fans, the sidelines, what have you, and we're just trying to improve it every year, and a lot of work goes into it. We thank every one of our sponsors for, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to do this.
Yeah, we've added a camera or two on the field for some close-up shots, so hopefully our Trojan fans are enjoying those shots tonight. And last year, Aaron, we added instant replay, and I know that was a big hit last year with the Center Grove fans, and obviously we got it again this year, so it's always great to be able to watch the plays back as soon as they happen.
What's great about Center Grove football is I know there are a lot of people watching here tonight on our simulcast, but I also want to put kudos out to the faithful. There's a great crowd here on the Center Grove side, and starting out the year with Warren Central. It's exciting, and for us to travel the way we do, it's just really makes you feel good about our program and where it is at this point.
Aaron, I know you hear the stories, but a lot of Center Grove alums or former Center Grove football players, they watch religiously on Friday nights because they might be in school or just they've moved away and they live too far away to make it to a Friday night game. But we hear the stories. We know grandmas and grandpas watch from Florida and all around the United States and the world for that matter. But we do reach a lot of different Center Grove fans.
We really do, and whether it's Nate Wozniak, who plays for the University of Minnesota, way up there, and on a Friday night he'll stay in and watch us play, whoever it is that's we're taking on that evening, or Jordan Llewellyn, who's down in Tennessee. Although he's not going to be able to do as much as he used to, he's now a high school coach in Tennessee, and but a lot of our alums, recent players and players from the past, along with their parents, continue to support our program, and that's another great thing about Trojan football.
Aaron, the Center Grove Gridiron Club, obviously great support for the high school program, but you also embrace and help with the middle school programs and even all the way down to the Bantam programs. It's not just about the high school program, but the whole football community in Center Grove. No, sir.
We do our best to when Gridiron was formed, to try to support all levels of Center Grove football, and though majority of the time and energy does go into the high school program, we do try to help out the middle schools and Bantam levels, and I'm happy to say this year we were able to give some money to both middle schools when their budgets are really hurting. Anytime when we can reach out and help fund them in any sort of fashion, it's a benefit to the future of the high school, and of course the Bantam's been around for so long and does such a great job, and games have already started there. It's electric, and we have to step in every now and then to help keep that going as well, and it's just a great philosophy when this program of Gridiron Club was put together.
Also, Aaron, with the Bantam program, we're able to do every October from the at least recent history, recent years at the high school, the Super Bowls. We do the live video webcast, which allows a lot of families that live far away to maybe watch their grandson or nephew play on that championship day, and also the DVDs that get distributed to all the players and coaches as well. But the Gridiron Club does a great job to support that.
It always amazes me on how many people really tune in on that day. Typically, we'll have 4 championship games being played on our high school field throughout the afternoon. Sometimes it's on a Saturday. Every now and again, it has to be on a Sunday, and it's just great support. And as you know, we've the last handful of years been able to do both the 7th and 8th grade rival game, if that's what you want to call it, between Center Grove North and Center Grove Central to end their season. And it's just a neat feeling, and I think that also is what helps build our fan support.
Aaron, next week, home opener for the Trojans, Whiteland, Johnson County rival, always brings out a great crowd, and I expect a big one next Friday night.
Home openers at Center Grove, not much that gets like them. We play a great team in Whiteland. It's always a tough game. They're a class below us, but they're always highly ranked and have a great program. Unfortunately for us, it's always sandwiched between Warren and Carmel. So you always question if we're ready physically and more importantly emotionally. As you can see, this game tonight, it's very close. I think it'll continue to be that way throughout the second half. And coming off of a high or a low can always have a major impact on the following week. And Whiteland knows that, and we got to be ready for everything they are able to throw at us.
Aaron, the Texas Roadhouse of Greenwood, they've really stepped up big time this year as a sponsor. Just tell us about their contributions, not only for our webcast, but also for the players and the coaching staff. Boy, they've just really stepped up for us.
They really have, and I got to throw a big thanks to George Hill and the entire Texas Roadhouse franchise. When we sat down and met with George, his focus was, what can I do to help the parent? What can I do to help the coaches? What can we do to maybe alleviate some stress that you might go through throughout a season? And believe it or not, a lot of that sometimes is food, and it's feeding kids before a game like today when you have over 120 kids. It's feeding coaches after a game. It's feeding seniors on Thursday night. It's continuously throughout the season, and it is a long season. And George and the Texas Roadhouse family has been able to step up and graciously help us out in that area in a major way that we haven't experienced before, and we can't thank them enough. And I urge all Trojan fans, out there in our community, please, right off of 135, get over to Texas Roadhouse and support them in every way, shape, or form possible.
Aaron Holt, we appreciate everything you do for Center Grove football. Again, you're the one that gets all the great sponsors to make this happen on Friday nights. If it wasn't for the sponsors and Aaron Holt, there would be no video webcast of Center Grove Trojan football. It's a lot goes into this, and Aaron, again, we tip your hat. Thank you very much for everything you do.
Thank you very much, and there's a lot more than just me, and I appreciate that, but there's a ton of people that go to work and help get this program where it needs to be. You guys obviously commit yourself every Friday night after a busy week, wherever it is that you're traveling, getting here, and it's neat to see someone like Ted Kitchell still come out and still not have a kid in the program. Rick Embry, his kids are young, but they're coming. You have a handful. So the commitment from you guys and everybody else, I just want to give a big thanks, and let's hope that we can come out this second half, get a quick stop. That's a key, in my opinion, in this second half. We got to get a stop, get them to punt, get a turnover, and then get the score tied up, and now we're even.
All right, Aaron Holt, thank you very much.
You bet.
Aaron Holt, the president of the Center Grove Gridiron Club, kind enough to join us here at halftime. 21-14, Warren Central in front, leading the Center Grove Trojans. We're about 3 minutes from the start of the second half, and we'll get some words from Rick Embry. And Rick, interesting first half. The Trojans, more or less 3 possessions. I won't count that last one, but 2 scores and the 1 punt. That was the only stop that either team had defensively, was that 1 stop by Warren Central. But Center Grove's defense has allowed 3 touchdowns and no stops up to this point.
Really, what's been surprising is the play out of their quarterback. I mean, we came in talking about Sumeyer's he threw 1 pass, 1 varsity pass last year, and at halftime he's 11 for 12 for 147 yards and 2 touchdowns. So he's been the key. Him along with Tante, and Tante's been, all over the place. He's been lining up at quarterback, and he hasn't thrown a pass yet, which I'm sure that Coach Moore is going to talk about that at halftime, that, hey, when 17 gets back there at quarterback, he's not going to throw the ball. He's ran the ball 7 times back there at quarterback, but he hasn't thrown the ball yet. But then he's also lined up in the slot position and gotten another 5 or 6 catches as well. So he's been key, but Sumeyer's been very, very solid back there, and I don't think any of us thought going in that Center Grove would struggle to stop them, and that's what's happened so far.
Joey Siderwitz, again, a couple of nice long passes for touchdowns. They have not passed a lot here in the opening half, and I'm wondering if we'll see some more out of Joey with the passing game here in the second half.
Well, it's like with anything. If they're going to line up 9 or 10 guys in a box, you're going to have to throw the ball, and it seems like more and more MIC teams are doing that against Center Grove, saying, hey, you're not going to beat us running the ball out of the wing tee. You're going to have to show us that you can throw the ball. And that's why he's had some success with a quarterback that's come back in the 2nd or 3rd year in the program. And that's what he's talked about a lot, is how big of a difference it is whenever he has a quarterback, an experienced quarterback that's coming back his senior year. And you're right, Siderwitz has been very solid this half, 4 for 4. 2 touchdowns so far, 72 yards, and they're going to need him in the second half. But, Aaron touched on it, and a huge part is this opening drive in the second half. That touchdown by Warren Central on 3rd and 13 was huge at the end of the second half, to go up by a score, knowing that you're going to get the ball coming out of the second half. So a big, big possession for Center Grove to be able to stop them right now, because if Warren Central drives down and scores another touchdown, then that's a 2-possession game for the remainder of the half, and that's going to be very difficult to come back.
Again, this is the Ray Skillman Automotive Group halftime show. We're just a few minutes before the start of the second half. The Trojans trail Warren Central here in the season opener, 21-14. Coming up next will be the third quarter. We'll take a break. This is Center Grove Trojan football.
Hi, I'm John Bontrager. 20 years ago, my wife Shanda and I opened the Bontrager Agency right here in Greenwood, Indiana. Today, we serve over 2,700 families in the Greenwood and surrounding areas. What makes our agency truly special is the 8 licensed sales and customer service staff that work here. Between all of us, we have over 120 years of combined knowledge and expertise to assist our customers. When it comes to the purchase of a new policy, we do an exhaustive needs analysis for each individual person to make sure they have the right coverage for when that claim time happens. And we promise to review that coverage every year for you to make sure it keeps up with your existing needs as your lives change. I realize that customers have many options when it comes to the insurance purchase. If you're looking for an agency that treats you as a friend, please consider the Bontrager Agency.
Ray Skim's got your truck, man. Big and little trucks, man. Integrated locations, man. Skim's got your truck, man. He's got SUVs, crossovers, long bed, short bed, flat bed, dump cab, crew cab, cinder cab, half ton, 3/4 ton, 1 ton, high cube van, cargo van, diesel engine, gas in stock, or custom in the color you want, man. Ray Skim's got your truck, man. Big and little trucks, man. Integrated locations, man. Skim's got your truck, man. Ray Skillman's got your truck, man.
If you want your business to be remembered, you have to stand out and create an impact with your audience. Spotlight Strategies is a full-service marketing company that provides print, apparel, promotional items, and signs. We produce items like company forms, letterhead, business cards, and brochures, customized apparel products, and cool-looking t-shirts for our favorite high school team.
Your message matters. The way you share it makes a difference. Call Spotlight Strategies today.
Where's the best place to get answers about your water? Aqua Systems, the home water experts. Since 1959, Aqua Systems has been manufacturing and installing top-quality water softeners, drinking water systems, and whole house filtration systems for even the toughest water issues. Stop by anytime to get your water tested free and learn more about how we can help you have better water. If you need bottled water or salt delivered to your home or office, we do that too. Mention this ad and get a special discount. And most importantly, go Trojans!
Welcome back to Warren Central. Kevin Conrad, Ted Kittrell, Rick Embry with you tonight. Trojans trail 21-14 as we're just moments away before we get this third quarter underway. And we got all kinds of Trojan fans tuning in tonight from around the United States. We've got Dan tuning in from Conroe, Texas. Steve from Houston, Texas. Also, we have Chris Lawson, class of 1995 from Center Grove in Asheville, North Carolina. Also, Greg checking in. He's also a CG alum from Ann Arbor, Michigan. And also a big shout out to Greg Noble. The Noble family used to live in Center Grove, now moved to Prosper, Texas. Greg Noble tuning in tonight from Prosper, Texas. So, again, Ted, we do reach a lot of Center Grove friends around the world.
Let's hope we have some better news to provide for them here in the second half, as Warren Central's been a very dominant figure in the first half. We didn't know what to expect, and so far they have not punted the football. They've been able to score on each possession, and they've been very accurate doing it, whether it be running the football, passing the football. I think it'll be interesting to see what Center Grove discussed as they get ready to kick the football off here to start the second half, what they discussed at halftime. I think that they came in here with a great defense, and they obviously have great players, but defense is played best when it's played with a lot of emotion, and I'll be very surprised if you don't see a very emotional defense out there trying to get a stop here early here in the second half.
Nathaniel Snyder will kick off to begin the second half, and high, but it's going to be returnable from the 4-yard line. Coe to the 15, 20. He's fast, and they take him down across the 40. That's the kicker, Nathaniel Snyder, with a nice stick on Jay Coe. What a return.
It was a great tackle. I mean, right there, right up the gut. I mean, they block it pretty well. There's nobody going to touch him, and kicker comes in there, puts a helmet on him, able to bring him down. But again, Warren Central going to start with outstanding field position. It's getting that time of night where it gets dark over here, where you can't hardly. It's hard to even see the football field. Sometimes it's so dark down there on the football. We need some new lights.
I always say the scoreboard down here to our right, the Jumbotron, puts off more light here than the actual lights over top.
43-yard line.
Sumeyer, the quarterback. He will hand it off, and a great gain on first down.
Wow.
On first down.
Picked up 11 yards.
Yeah, 11 yards.
Straight up the middle. I mean, there's, that's where Center Grove's strength is. And Center Grove flying to the football, but somebody's got to tackle him when he's going right up the middle right there.
Fulton, 11 yards, hit by Connor Steeb, the safety for the Trojans, in Center Grove territory at the Trojan 45. Sumeyer from the gun hands it off once again.
Another 4 yards.
This time, but still a solid 5 yards on first down.
Pile up at the 40-yard line. Our third quarter tonight being brought to you by Aldi. Aldi buys from the same food producers as the other markets, but Aldi sells its groceries for much less. Switch to Aldi and save on eggs, milk, and everything else. Aldi, simply smarter shopping. 5-yard pickup for the Warriors, 2nd down and 5.
2nd and 5.
Sumeyer looks to the sideline for the play.
Tante on the field right now for Warren.
Center Grove doing a little adjusting on the D-line as well. Inside handoff. Fulton gets outside. Another first down for Warren Central inside the 35. 6 yards for Fulton.
Well, we keep talking about the Center Grove and the experience that they have on both lines, but let's give a lot of credit here to Warren Central's offensive line. We talked about how big they were, but they're obviously skilled. They come in average weighing about 292, so they're big boys, but they're doing an excellent job of controlling this offensive line so far.
Yeah, they like to run to that left side, 330 pounds and 315 pounds on that left side. And great open field tackle by Connor Steeb on Jay Coe.
Not an easy guy to tackle on the open field either, and Connor did an outstanding job of really closing and getting him on the ground. Tell you what, Warren's throwing a lot of different looks at you. I mean, they're running the football up the middle, they're running it wide, they're throwing the little bubble screen pass, they're throwing the 4 or 5 yard pass down the field. Again, Tante over in the slot.
They throw to the right side of the field, and Blake Moran quickly makes the tackle.
Center Grove has not had an answer for that 4 or 5 yard pass. Whether they've been throwing it to Tante or they throw it to, that time they throw it to number 11, who's big, athletic, able to go up and take it away, and puts him in a 3rd and 1.
6 yards for Paul Miner. He stands at 6'3", big target. 3rd and 1 here for the Warriors. 9:40 to play, third quarter. Opening drive of the second half, and Sumeyer kept it. Doesn't run very much, but he only needed a yard, and I don't think he got it, Ted.
He went down quickly.
Javon Swan blew that one up.
Somebody hit him in the legs and took him down fast. I mean, whether he got it or not, they're going for it here on 4th down. They looked a little unsure right there as far as what was going on.
Don't jump. Left guard jump for Warren Central. Center Grove stayed disciplined, but the left guard for the Warriors jumped. 5-yard penalty against the Warriors.
It might change the play call, but I still think they're going for it here.
They'll definitely go for it here in this part of the field. I mean, their defense has played well. The whole second quarter, the defense played well for Warren Central, and they've been very effective, being able to pick up 5-6 yards on that little pass.
Ted, the Trojan defense has not had a stop tonight. They've got a great opportunity here on 4th and 6.
Yeah, and they need it. They need to turn the momentum around right here. You know that Eric obviously made some major adjustments at halftime as far as the way they're doing things, and this would be one of them right here. You can't keep backing up if you're the defense here. You've got to take a step or two forward here and try to knock this pass down and get the ball back.
Sumeyer over the top, has a man, touchdown.
Wow.
Took a shot to the end zone, touchdown.
And that's what happens if you take a couple steps forward. You saw him, he kind of fakes left here. As you take a look here, he's going to take it, he fakes left, and then he just throws us, straight up the sideline. Well-thrown football, over the top. And Center Grove still has not stopped Warren Central here tonight.
Montez Brown with the 30-yard touchdown reception. Pass by Sumeyer.
The route was going to be in the flat. Safety bought it, throw deep.
Tough snap. It is blocked by the Trojans.
It might be big. You never know.
I believe Blake Moran got his hands on the football, blocked it.
1 point stop.
27-14. Warren Central leads it.
Warren Central. The third
Opening drive of the second half results in another touchdown for the Warren Central Warriors.
Well, let's give some credit also. We keep talking about, obviously, the head coach, Jason West, but Derek Moyers obviously has come over and he's done an outstanding job. They've put a lot of work in. This is a young football team. The offensive line, their skilled positions. Quarterback had one completion last year. So they have looked very efficient, very confident, and Moyers has done an outstanding job of getting them in the right positions tonight to score points.
2 minutes and 45 seconds off the clock.
For the Warriors, again, very efficient, 7 plays. They ran the ball 4 times, threw it 3 times. Very balanced attack offensively. Moved the ball 57 yards in 2 minutes, 45 seconds.
I think what Rick said at halftime is just, teams are just going to continuously put 8, 9 guys in the box. And at some point in time, you've got to come out and 2 or 3 times in a row throw the football. You just can't continue to run that wing T, especially against teams that are so talented athletically as Warren Central is.
Daring to boot this ball away.
Trevor Holt from inside his own 5 on the cut. Trips. Yeah, he began the game tonight when he tried to make a pivot or a cut. Tripped. He's just short of the 20-yard line.
Another drive inside the 20-yard line.
Greg, this is very tough.
Well, this is an important drive for Center Grove. Joey did a nice job right before halftime, able to make a long pass and got him 6 points. But they have got to continue to score points here to try to stay up with Warren. I mean, they're looking at a 13-point deficit, 9 minutes left here in the third quarter. Obviously, plenty of time. You're going to get possessions, but you've got to be very efficient when you have the football.
Trevor Holt puts his hand down to maintain his balance and get some extra yards. 3 yards for the junior.
3 yards. Second down.
Number 29, Trevor Holt on the carry.
Center Grove had great success on the opening drive. Scored on a 29-yard touchdown pass from Siderwitz to Trevor Holt. Second drive in the first half resulted in a punt. Third drive, though, they scored on a nice pass play from Siderwitz to Quentin Sturzman. 8:25 in counting. Third quarter, Siderwitz will roll. Sets the feet, has a man across the middle. Did he scoop it up or not? No call from the officials. They're going to say he caught it. They're going to say Jackson Holt came back, got his hands under the football. Let's see, Ted. We'll see if we get a replay.
I think they missed that one. I think that one hit the ground. I mean, every Warren Central kid out there, and it looked like it kind of just barely slipped through his arms. But
another angle.
This is not the.
He's got one right there.
Yeah, I don't think that he caught that, but. This is not the NFL, and we don't have replay. So
Jackson Holt, nothing there on the double handoff.
Yeah, the double handoff usually doesn't work against Ben Davis, Carmel, and Warren. I mean, it always worked against Terre Haute North and South, but it doesn't seem to work against these teams that have some better athletes. They just pursue the football and pursue your back so hard that it just makes the going very, very difficult.
Loss of 1, second and 11. At the Trojan 46-yard line. 7.5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. First drive of the second half for the Center Grove Trojans. Siderwitz from the gun. Looks right, comes back to the left. Screen pass to Heinrichs, the big sophomore tight end. Taken out of bounds here on the near side. Going down low on him is Tyan Young, linebacker, a senior.
He's a sophomore.
6 yards for Heinrichs.
Number 90 player, Corey Heinrich.
3rd down and 5.
Where the ball 7-yard gain.
Boy, you need to pick this first down up. You'd like to pick it up on 3rd down. You don't want to have 4th and 5 or 4th and 2, and from this point in the field having to go for it. But at this point in time, down 13, I mean, you've got to pick up a first down somehow. Back in the gun.
Siderwitz takes a low snap. He's going to keep it, trying to get to the edge, trying to find the first down, puts down the shoulder pad, takes a big hit. And you just wonder, is Joey okay? He's a little slow to his feet. He's back to his feet. He appears to be okay. He took a shot.
Yeah, he's going to have about 4th and 2, exactly why I said you didn't want. You see that it was a little bit of a low snap, and that half a second when him having to go down and pick that ball up took away from probably him gaining the first down. I mean, here's where you have to think that Center Grove might try to pull them off. You know, they got to pick up 2 yards.
4th and a couple.
Got it.
First down, Titus McCoy. Just did that little jab step to the outside, Ted, and I think that's what got the first down for the Trojans.
Well, if we get a second look at it here, Warren Central is not set defense. I mean, they're running around on the line, and nice job by the Center Grove offensive line of getting a body on somebody and moving that ball 3 yards and getting them a first down.
McCoy needed 2. He got 3. Ball at the 43-yard line.
They might need to pick it up just a little bit. I mean, even if you save yourself 8-10 seconds per play, you just can't continue to use that entire play clock each and every time when you're down 13 points. I mean, so far you've not shown that you can stop Warren Central, so you need possessions.
Just to give Warren Central some different looks.
Siderwitz fakes the handoff and runs out of bounds. He tried to get the corner, and now a flag comes in late on the play. This might be the second late hit by the Warriors tonight.
I don't think
he's discussing.
I don't think he was.
It was on the quarterback and Siderwitz, but someone blocking down the field. Late hit, 15 yards. And
looks like 95 Baxter came in late on Zach Smith.
It looked like Joey was not really ready for that football. I mean, I don't think that was a planned play. I think the guy hiked it before he was ready for the football, so he just took it and made the best of it, and it ended up turning out very well for Center Grove being able to pick up the penalty.
15-yard penalty against the Warriors. First down at the 30. 6:08 to play, third quarter. Center Grove down 27-14.
First 15-yarder against Warren sets up 1st and 10 now at the 30-yard line.
Handoff, Titus McCoy. And he'll fall forward to the 25.
Right there. That had no business being.
Again, he does that little skip or that little hop, Ted, to the right to get that additional yardage.
I don't know how they don't knock him down. I mean, you got 4 or 5 guys banging on him, and he's able to pick up 2 more yards by leaning forward. He's got great balance.
4 yards for McCoy.
He's just not that big a guy. I mean, he's not Jerome Bettis back there, you know. I mean.
Siderwitz under center this time. Handoff, Trevor. Nope, that's going to be Lee Klinker. First run of the night for Klinker. He's inside the 20 to the 19-yard line.
And that's where they're going to get their yards. I mean, they're going to have to cut it up inside the, just outside the tackle. If they try to get to the outside here, Warren's got that. So you can see he cuts it up early, able to get 6 or 7 yards. And that's been the most effective that Center Grove's been able to run the football tonight, when kind of running between the tackles.
Moves the change yet again, 6-yard carry. First down and 10 at the Warren.
First and 10.
19-yard line.
Marked at the 19.
And off again to Klinker. This time Warren Central a bit.
Klinker stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Wesley.
I mean, the guy is almost on top of him. As soon as he gets the football, I don't know if it's the cornerback or who it is, but somebody watch. As soon as he grabs the football, boom, there's a guy in there, 47. Makes it tough to run the football when as soon as you get a hold of it, the defense is looking you eye to eye.
Damon Wesley, linebacker, he's number 47. Mentioned his name a few times tonight.
We're approaching the fourth quarter already.
Always have great linebackers and great corners. I mean, they're just so fast.
Second down and 9. Siderwitz back in shotgun formation. Delayed handoff to Titus McCoy. Sidesteps a few tacklers and spins. Gets it close to the 10-yard line. He's just difficult to get a good shot on him. He just avoids tacklers. Like I said, he's light on his feet. Hops left, hops right, then does a spin move, and very strong. 9 yards for McCoy. 3rd and 1, Ted. 3rd and 1. Big play.
3rd and 1. Obviously, you're going to have at least 2 plays to pick up 1 yard here. You'd like to get it right now, though.
4:10 to play, third quarter. McCoy gets the first down, pushes the pile, still going. Gets it close to the 5-yard line.
Shy of the 5-yard line, first down and goal.
Well done, Titus McCoy, first and goal.
You'd like to get it in as quickly as possible because, I mean, the more time that you spend down here, I mean, you don't want to waste a couple minutes of the game by trying to get it in the end zone. Like to try to get it in there as quickly as possible, save time.
Now that's a jumbotron, Ted. Nice shot of it.
Yeah.
6 touchdowns have been of the passing variety.
Here at Warren Central, inside 4 minutes to play, first and goal. Siderwitz handoff going right back to Titus McCoy trying to find the end zone. He's going to be short.
They'll give him forward progress to about the 3, maybe the 2.
3-yard line, maybe a couple there for the junior, Titus McCoy. Titus McCoy looking to the sideline, said, I'm in rhythm, coach. Give the ball to me. I want it again. Like the confidence by Titus McCoy.
But they're going to make the going tough inside in the tackles. As we said, you know, Brogan's in there. He's a big boy. Comes in at about 280. So
3-minute mark left to go
at the 3-yard line, right back to Titus McCoy. Bounces it outside, and he's in there. Touchdown, Titus McCoy. Titus McCoy try to take it up the gut, nothing there. Bounces outside, scores from 3 yards out.
And a huge drive by Center Grove. I mean, obviously they had lost all the momentum. You can see how he bounces outside. Again, a great balance, good speed, able to score the touchdown, but just really 6 needed points right there. Need this extra point, obviously, after Warren. You know, we can get down to 6-point deficit here.
Good snap. The hold is there. The kick is good by Snyder. 27-20, or 27-21, excuse me. Center Grove down 6 with 3:10 to play in the third quarter. Center Grove 14 plays, 12 on the ground, couple of pass plays, 81 yards in 5 minutes and 48 seconds. McCoy, his first touchdown run of the season from 3 yards out.
Yeah, and again, I mean, we're looking at the way you're going to see this Center Grove offense. You know, that's how they're going to work this year. They're going to have to get it 6, 7, 8 yards at a time. They're not going to get it 40 and 50 yards at a time, and it's going to take a little time to do it at times. But right there, that was so important for them to come out after they went down 13 to score that touchdown. They had to have that touchdown because their defense has not been able to stop Warren Central yet tonight.
Matheson Heating and Cooling is a proud supporter of Trojan football. For all your heating and cooling needs, contact Brian Matheson and Matheson Heating and Cooling at 317-885-8583. Center Grove football and Matheson Heating and Cooling, a winning combination. Snyder will pop
pooch kick.
Yep, pop-up kick to that far sideline, taken at the 15, 20, Avant to the 30, down the sideline, being chased by Snyder, the kicker. Couldn't get him, still being chased, and touchdown.
Are you kidding me?
Touchdown.
They kick it away from one because they're scared to death of him, and the other kid picks it up and takes it 80 yards for a touchdown.
78 yards for Avant. Touchdown return. Impressive. Great effort by the Trojans in pursuing, but Center Grove just not executing.
Yeah, you can't let those type of things happen, especially, I mean, I'm sure they've worked on it time and time and time again in practice, that if we're going to do this pooch kick, you have got to force him to the sidelines, and you've got to get him out of bounds. You can't let him get back to the middle of the football field and then get over to the sideline and go 80 yards for a touchdown.
For Center Grove.
I mean, I know how Eric Moore works on things and plans things out, and I guarantee you they've worked on that in practice, and it didn't work out that way.
Timeout called by Jason West. I'm wondering, Ted, if they're going to try to go for 2 instead of the traditional kick 1 point.
I would be surprised if they went for 2. I would think, okay, as long as I'm ahead by 2 scores, I'm going to not – if all of a sudden I'm not able to pick up the 2-point conversion, I feel like I've lost a little momentum, or if I just kick the extra point, unless he just has no confidence in the extra point.
We're laughing about it. Trust me, that guy.
Correction, that was an 85-yard touchdown return for Warren Central on that kick return. 85 yards.
Well, I mean, that's not the first time on the kickoff tonight. Obviously, the other gentleman we spoke of, number 1, has done an outstanding job and almost broke it twice. So kickoff return needs to do a little bit better job of covering the football. Sometimes easier said than done, especially against athletes like Warren Central and Ben Davis have.
Texas Roadhouse, proud supporter of Trojan football. Texas Roadhouse, legendary food, legendary service, and legendary fun. At Texas Roadhouse, they take pride in everything they do, from hand-cut steaks and fall-off-the-bone ribs. And they do it all with one goal: to give your family a place to go for great food and great times at a fantastic price. Texas Roadhouse of Greenwood, a proud supporter of Trojan football, and now Warren Central going for 2. And they'll snap it straight back to the running back and then hand it off, and now they'll throw it to Sumeyer in the end zone, the quarterback, and it's 2 points. A little bit of some razzle-dazzle by Coach Moyers, the offensive coordinator, and it works to perfection. 2 points for Warren Central.
There's a lot going on there to only get 2 points. You'd think you might save that one for later in the year, but it's out of the bag now.
Positional diversity and just
Pretty impressed. You can put in a play like that in a very short period of time with a new offensive coordinator.
They've obviously been doing some work over here. They didn't just show up, a couple weeks ago and start practicing football. Their timing on their pass patterns has been outstanding. Their quarterbacks have been throwing the football very well. Their offensive line is blocking. It has to be disappointing for this defensive squad for Center Grove that they have not been able to stop this football team tonight, as Warren Central has continued to dominate this game.
35-21, Center Grove down a couple of scores. Center Grove needs something big here. Maybe they can get a nice return. They haven't had a good return yet here tonight.
Yeah, and the problem also with their offense is, like we've said, I mean, they're not a quick-scoring offense. I mean, they're not going to score in a minute. It's going to take some time, and the Warren Central defense has actually done a pretty good job the last 2 quarters.
Kick high, but short. Tristan Clark from his 15-yard line.
With room to run.
Nice cut by Tristan Clark. And there's the return Center Grove needed. Tristan Clark, the junior, gets it to midfield at the 50-yard line.
Excellent return. Nice job by catching the football and just seeing what's there and getting the most out of it. I mean, he took it all the way to midfield, really shortens the field for this Center Grove offense. They need to come out, and they have got to answer the bell once again.
Tristan Clark returns it to midfield, 34 yards on the return for number 34, Tristan Clark. 2:48 to play in the third quarter. Center Grove down a couple of scores.
You got to change how you move the football if you're Center Grove.
Siderwitz, senior quarterback, will hand it off. Trevor Holt behind his offensive lineman and finds a few yards here on the near side.
I didn't see who delivered the hit.
Make it awfully hard to turn that corner. Center Grove, one of the better blocking teams that you'll see in high school football, does do an excellent job of blocking for their running backs, and it's just hard to block Warren Central, especially on the corner.
both sides of running backs have to be.
A couple of yards for the Trojans at the Warrior 48.
The area's guys with the hit.
Man in motion takes the hand off. Jackson Holt turns it up, gets the first down, trying to keep pushing forward. 9 yards for Jackson Holt, give him 10 yards. First down, Trojans. Man, Jackson runs hard, doesn't he, Ted?
He does run hard, and they did a better job of blocking the corner right there. There was actually a lane for Jackson to run when he was able to turn the corner right there.
Two minutes to play third quarter. Ted, the Trojans, they got to keep getting first downs. They got to keep scoring, down a couple scores.
One punt tonight for Center Grove.
Hand off, Titus McCoy to the 20, foot race, 10, cuts it back, end zone, yes.
Wow.
Touchdown, Titus McCoy. 38-yard run by Titus McCoy.
And that's exactly what you're looking for. You couldn't ask for anything more. You get a great kickoff return from Center Grove. You shorten the football field, and 3 plays later, you're able to take it into the end zone. So not much time went off the clock. Still a minute 40 left in the third quarter.
At the end of the play, one of the defensive backs that McCoy ran over.
A couple of touchdowns for Titus McCoy here in the second half. That one goes for 38 yards.
That is tremendous balance.
Player down for Warren Central.
The only problem with scoring that quickly is you have to kick off.
Well, I'm wondering, Ted, do you just do an onside kick and just make them down it after 10 yards?
I mean, you hate to get this offense has been so effective. You hate to give them field position.
Or do you just kick it out of bounds and take the penalty and just, I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, that might be as good as any. But, I mean, to start the game, he's kicking it into the end zone where he's putting it at the 20. And now all of a sudden, I don't know if he's lost a little confidence or whatever, but I think I'd have a little talk with my kickoff return team and say, hey, guys, we got to get somebody on the ground here.
Scored a touchdown, onside kick recover, score again, 33-28. Onside kick again, recover.
Warren player injured on the play, walking slowly back to his side of the field. And now we're ready for the extra point kick by Nathaniel Snyder.
The extra point is perfect, 3 of 3 so far.
Limbach, the long snapper, Conrad holding. Kick is good by Nathaniel Snyder.
Well, here we go. We need a stop. I mean, let's hope that we get to the defense to hopefully get a stop. Hopefully they don't run through the kickoff team again. But it'll be interesting to see what he's going to do here. I mean, is he going to pooch kick it? You would think that would probably be what he would do. And then force him to the sideline and get him out of bounds over there. But, I mean, if I was the Warren Central team and you kicked it out of bounds, I'd make you re-kick it. I mean, you don't automatically have to take it at the 35. Most everybody takes it at the 35, but if they're scared to kick it to me, I'm going to back you up 5 yards and make you kick it off to me. But
he's been asking us to play practice for the last couple of years. We've never done
our second half replay being provided by Hilliard Lions.
You can see Warren has 2, 4, 6, 8 guys. Do they have too many guys on the field?
No, I just think it seems that way sometimes.
No, they have, but they got one guy off.
Let's see what Coach Moore elects to do here with Snyder. A lot of movement here by the Trojans. Now they seem to be set.
Looks like he's pooch kicking to the left this time. He just kicked it out
very high. Got a flag down here at the line of scrimmage, offside against the Trojans. Ball went out of bounds. So we'll see what the flag is all about. Again, it should be offside against the Trojans. Flag at the line of scrimmage. And the ball sailed out of bounds a good 10 yards. They're going to do a re-kick, 5-yard penalty.
They were offsides. I mean, that wasn't just because it went out of bounds, was it?
No, I think it was offside.
How can you be offsides when you're pooch kicking one out of bounds? But it'll be interesting to see if they even kick it in bounds here.
Or squib it.
I mean, by backing them up 5 yards, if they kick it out of bounds, is it still on the 35 or would it be on the 40? 35. Still the 35. That's what I thought.
Coach Moore picks up the referee's flag, and he's trying to find who it belongs to. Coach Moore, not a happy camper right now.
No, he can't be happy with his defense. His offense, he has to be pretty happy with. They've scored 28 points tonight against Warren Central, and we've talked about the defensive battles they've had over the years.
So Snyder will kick from the 35-yard line.
Okay, he's going back to normal kick. If he pooches it, he's kicking it to the right. I kicked it long.
Yeah,
straight away.
Yeah, Jaco from his own 6-yard line. Great speed down the middle of the field. He's getting loose again, and once again Snyder makes the tackle.
God.
The kicker makes the tackle once again at the 44-yard line. Nathaniel Snyder, 2 tackles tonight, 51-yard return for Jaco.
Yeah, I mean, they got it on their side of the football field again. I mean, you see them. I mean, they're just... I think I know what we're going to be working on next week at football practice.
Ted, do we have a flag down? Yes, we have a flag.
Oh, there is a flag.
At the far 39-yard line.
And it looks like it's against Warren.
Warren Central, some kind of illegal block.
Looks like he said personal foul.
Personal foul, so this could be, 15 yards.
Wow.
Against Warren Central.
And so,
maybe that's the break Center Grove needed here for the defense.
32-yard penalty, basically.
Yeah, Rick Embry said that's basically a 32-yard penalty there against Warren Central from where the original line of scrimmage was going to be. Now it's all the way back at the 24-yard line. Center Grove's defense trying to get its first stop of the night. Running right up the middle. Center Grove doing a good job stopping that run.
It'd be nice to knock that football away. Nobody's turned the football over yet tonight, and maybe that would be a good time right now.
Good stop by that D-line and the linebacker supporting. 3 yards for Fulton. 2nd and 7. We have a minute left to play in the third quarter. Sumeyer, receiver not there, flag down. He goes down. He is sacked. Who got to him first? Was it Javon Swan? Also in on the stop was Zach Wells.
Well, it looked like they were trying to throw that dink and dunk pass again, and Center Grove finally stepped up and took that away from him. And when he's not able to throw it, then he didn't really have any place to go with the football.
Cameron Titt in on the stop as well.
Came in and closed the pocket. Got a sack. That's what they needed to do.
Yeah, decline that and go with third down. 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. Again, Warren Central has not had to punt tonight. Let's see if Center Grove's defense can make a stop here on 3rd and 10.
The Center Grove fans all rise and make some noise on the near sideline.
Sumeyer from the gun. Throws it to J. He's short of the first down. He's tackled in the open field by Jackson Sodrell. He is short of the first down. 8 yards for Coe, 2 yards shy of the first down. What do? At the moment, it appears they are going to line up to go for it. Center Grove's defense need to stay disciplined here.
Yeah, don't jump offside.
Do not jump offside. They're going to go for it and whistle timeout before the snap of the football. Do we have a timeout?
Yeah, it looked like they called timeout.
He was open, too.
And they will.
Timeout called by Jason West of Warren Central right before they snapped the football.
Well, they are unafraid. I mean, you're on your own 30-yard line, and you're going 4th and 2?
That means you don't think your defense can stop them.
So 4th and 2 once play resumes with 25 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Again, our second half replay sponsor, Hilliard Lyons. Hilliard Lyons has been providing families and businesses with investment advice since 1854. The Franklin office has been serving Johnson County for 42 years. Your local financial consultant is Brian Epperson. Make an appointment to see Brian and be sure to mention Center Grove football. Hilliard Lyons of Franklin. Ted, tonight, Jack's Pizza, another new sponsor, providing some pizza for us tonight. Can't go wrong with Jack's Pizza.
It's excellent. Great pizza, good breadsticks. I'm a meat lovers guy myself.
Yeah, we went with the meat lovers, also the pepperoni, some breadsticks. Can't go wrong with Jack's Pizza. Been around since 1966.
Punt now.
First time tonight.
Yeah, we haven't seen him punt.
High snap, and they block it. Swan got it. It's picked up by the Trojans. Touchdown. Root picks it up and scores the touchdown. Dan Root returns it 18 yards. It was blocked by Javon Swan. Yes, sir.
I think that's why they were going for it on 4th down. It was a high snap. You see it right there. Center Grove did a nice job of putting pressure. He tried to quick kick it. He's not able to get his foot on it. They block it. Center Grove 1 point away from tying this game.
That's the big play Center Grove needed from the defense. 17 seconds to play third quarter. Javon Swan blocks the punt. Root scoops it up, returns it 18 yards for the touchdown. Good snap. Hold. Kick by Snyder. We're tied.
What a game.
And a great block on the play.
Sure was.
Zach Wells with the block to allow Root to get all the way to the end zone for the touchdown. And
In terms of score to the last one of last year.
first punt of the night, at least attempt for Warren Central. Goes awry.
Well, the defense came up big right there. I mean, obviously getting them into a punting situation. Center Grove can be fortunate because, there was a huge kickoff return again. They got help with the penalty right there. As Rick said, it's about a 35-yard penalty. But still, defense took advantage of it, stopped them, and then blocked the punt, and really has turned the momentum over in this game.
Let's see what the Trojans do here this time with the kickoff. It's never a good thing when your kicker might be one of your leading tacklers on the night, Ted, and that's just not a good stat.
Very heady, very smart.
Even though Snyder's had 2 good sticks tonight.
Well, it looks like he's pooch kicking it to the left, which is what they tried last time when he kicked it out of bounds.
Very, very high to the near sideline, and it's going to be caught just inside the 20, and good job by the Trojans. Much, much better.
Wide receiver, a running back that returns this one.
They take him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Returned by Geis, and the Trojans on the tackle. Grant Mason. And also we saw Logan Bontrager in there with the stop as well.
I don't think this quarter's ever going to get over. I looked up there a half hour ago, and there was 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
35 are scored in the third quarter.
Ted, we've not seen Tante here in the second half, so I'm wondering, is he on the sideline? Is he in the game now, Rick? Sitting out.
17, he's in the slot. No, he's in the slot.
Just haven't called his name much. He's been not really. It's been Sumeyer at quarterback. Handoff. First down.
Wow.
Just too much on first down.
And that'll move the chains for a first down.
That should be the end of the quarter.
16 yards for Avant. And that could be our last play of the quarter. They stop the clock with 7 seconds. Let's see if Warren Central will take a snap or let it go into the fourth quarter. And they'll let it run out. And we're tied at 35 apiece after 3 complete here at Warren Central between number 3 Center Grove and number 4 Warren Central. This is Center Grove Trojan football.
Where's the best place to get answers about your water? Aqua Systems, the home water experts. Since 1959, Aqua Systems has been manufacturing and installing top-quality water softeners, drinking water systems, and whole-house filtration systems for even the toughest water issues. Stop by anytime to get your water tested free and learn more about how we can help you have better water. If you need bottled water or salt delivered to your home or office, we do that too. Mention this ad and get a special discount. And most importantly, go Trojans!
Kevin Conrad, Ted Kitchell, Rick Embry with you tonight from Warren Central on the east side of Indianapolis. Center Grove and Warren tied at 35 apiece. Ted, that was a great third quarter for the Center Grove Trojans, again, coming up with the big play.
Well, like Rick said, the last 3 minutes, I mean, you're looking up there hoping you can somehow stay in the football game. With 3 minutes to go, you're thinking Trojans aren't going to even get the football back until the middle of the fourth quarter, and all of a sudden the game's tied and it's still in the third quarter. It was a long 3 minutes, and Trojans got a lot accomplished in that 3 minutes.
To begin the fourth quarter, Warren Central with the football, 1st and 10.
I think Center Grove was a bit fortunate there. They didn't get some type of, they kind of ran into the receiver, but ball was not really catchable, so it's second down.
The rare times that Warren has been behind the chains, but frankly, when they have before.
On second down and 10, they wrap up the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. They got him right as he took the handoff and was able to get a few. Dan Root.
Going to be about 3rd and 8.
Made the initial hit on him. Yeah, 3rd and 8 for the Trojan defense here. Trojan fans on their feet. Center Grove a little quiet tonight with the fans, but they've really come alive here in the third, now into the fourth quarter. Sumeyer from shotgun formation.
3-man rush.
He's looking here to the near side, fires and has a man. Jay Coe is short of the first down. Makes a great catch and gets a pretty good
He's going to be short, but they're going for this.
Yeah, after what they had with the fiasco with the punt last time, you know they'll go for it on 4th and less than a yard.
Yeah.
7 yards on the completion to Coe. And they're going to quickly get to the line of scrimmage. Under center is Sumeyer. He's going to keep it, gets outside, picks up the first down. He was tripped up by Center Grove's Parker Ferguson.
Easy 6 yards on that one.
Well, I mean, that's a smart play right there, in that he knew that all the pressure was going to, in a V formation, going to come right there on the ball, and he took it and just ran around and able to pick up about 6 yards and a very important first down for Warren Central.
10:40 to play in the ball game. And Javon Swan jumped, among others. I think Javon was the one, though, that came across.
About it. 51.
Our fourth quarter tonight being presented by Aqua Systems. The Greenwood Aqua Systems on State Road 135 is a proud supporter of Center Grove Trojan football. For the latest information on water softeners and much more, go online to ilovemywater.com or give them a call, 317-889-6829. The Greenwood Aqua Systems, the home water experts.
Not surprisingly, other places are finding it tough to match.
1st and 5, quick pass, Coe. He's got speed, and they trip him up. That is Steve. Connor Steve has tripped him up a couple of times tonight. Otherwise, he probably goes for a touchdown.
They do a nice job of blocking. I don't know if we're going to see it here, but one guy comes in and blocks, the other guy blocks out. And it's a hard play. I mean, you don't hardly have enough guys out there to cover it. And you get a guy with a quick speed that he has on the outside, and it is a very, very good play Warren Central ran.
High school football is turned into, even sometimes in this conference, just not.
At the Trojan 25, 1st and 10. 10:25 to play in the contest. Delayed handoff, fumble. The quarterback picks it up. Sumeyer gets away from Sodrell and now gets it back to the line of scrimmage and maybe even picks up a half yard. Man, Center Grove had many opportunities there.
Yeah, they were looking at 5-yard loss, and instead they get a 1-yard gain. I mean, Suntrail really does a nice job of composing himself, picking the football up. You would have thought that he would have just fell on the football and be darn glad that they still had it, but he picked it up and was able to pick up 4 or 5 yards and get him back to the line of scrimmage.
Actually got 1 yard on the play, 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain, you'll see, 2nd and 9.
Hand off, Avant, tripped up. Great job by the Trojans. Great penetration by Zach Wells with the tackle.
3rd down and 9. You can see defensive line, outstanding job right there.
3rd and 9. 9:20 to play in the 4th. Sumeyer to pass, releases, hit immediately. Did his man hang on? Yes, he did. Short of the first.
Short of the first, but it's going to put him in a position where they're going to have to pick up about 3.
He took a big hit, and he is not getting up.
Here we got to look at it.
Tyler Pence, senior cornerback, with a big hit over there.
We will quickly step aside. 4th down for Warren Central.
Was it Avante that got hit?
About 4th down and about 3 yards.
Ted, just don't think they're going to try a field goal here. What do you think?
No, I don't think that. I mean, if there was 20 seconds left on the clock, they might give it a shot. But with 9 minutes left, I don't think he's too assured with his kicking game. This might be a little bit of a break for Warren Central. As big as that offensive line is, as I said, they come in a couple of them over 300 pounds. They're average about 290. I mean, they look a little tired at times. They might be able to get their second breath. Definitely need to find number 17 on this play.
Actually,
right here.
That was him that went out.
Oh, that was him?
Yeah, that was Tante that was injured on the play, yeah.
They're going to flip the code. Wow.
So they're going to try.
Way.
They're setting up at least for a field goal
attempt.
Come on.
35 yards.
Narig at the right hash, 35-yard attempt.
No way they kicked this.
Watch the fake. Stay disciplined. Do not. Yep, there's the snap. Tries a 35-yarder. Nailed it, Ted. How about that?
Put his arm up immediately.
35-yard. Is Swan okay? Swan slow to his feet, but appears to be okay. Wow, 35-yard field goal.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing here tonight because I haven't guessed right yet. Yeah, I told you about the great defenses that were going to be played, and we've only scored 73 points here tonight, and I said there's no way they're going to kick a field goal.
I just thought after the trouble they had with the punt that they may not try a field goal just because the snap wasn't that great on the punt.
Well, Jason obviously has a lot of confidence in his defense that they can, even though Center Grove's only punted one time tonight, I don't know what he's seeing over there on that sideline that makes him think his defense is going to stop him, but he obviously does. So,
I think the offense is clearly
So a 35-yard punt field goal, puts Warren Central in front, 38-35. 8:47 to play in the fourth.
Deep to return for Center Grove.
For the Warriors, 8 plays. They ran it 4 times, threw it 4 times, 41 yards on the drive, and 3 minutes, 26 seconds, and a 35-yard field goal by Narig. Narig's kick to the 1-yard line.
At the 1-yard line. This is Holt.
Trevor Holt gets it close to the 25, taken down at the 24-yard line. Best return of the night for Trevor Holt.
But you don't mind taking a lot of time off.
See how the Center Grove offense responds.
Well, they got plenty of time. They've been able to do pretty much whatever they wanted tonight as far as moving the football, not in big chunks, but picking up 5-6 yards to carry. I would look for them to stay in their wing tee and continue to run the football and move the football down the field.
Zach Smith splits out here to the right. Fumbled snap. Center Grove got back on it.
Joey able to get on it.
Was ahead of the quarterback and everybody else on that.
Well, you can't do that. That is just a huge blow. I mean, it really puts so much pressure on your play calling right here. I'm sure Eric has an idea of what he wants to call over there 2-3 plays in advance, and now all of a sudden he takes all that away and he's got to refocus as far as what he wants to do.
Running backs off, receivers in. Second down and 13, another receiver in.
Play clock down to 10, and they still don't have a play in place. 7, 6,
Play clock's about to expire.
4, 3, 2, 1, timeout.
Timeout called by Coach Moore. Again, the running backs came off, and
7:57 left to go, fourth quarter.
Receivers a little slow getting in, and Center Grove will utilize a timeout with 7:57 to play in the fourth. Center Grove down by 3.
Yeah, I don't think that's Joey's fault. I think this play was very slow coming in. But again, I think it has a lot to do with because they fumbled the snap. Now all of a sudden,
Center Grove's been able to overcome here in the second half.
Looking at a down in yardage they don't like, 2nd and 12.
Center Grove.
Joey fakes left, comes right, looks underneath to the big tight end Heinrichs, and he does catch the football, and he's going to be close to a first down. Man, he's a big target. Only a sophomore.
No problem on 2nd and long, put the ball in his hands and let him.
Impressive. 6'3", 235 pounds.
It's like about 3rd and 2.
11 yards on the completion. Joey's been spot on tonight, Ted, with his
got to get yards right
passes.
here.
Yeah, 3rd and 3, going outside is Titus McCoy. Found enough room here to the near side. 4 yards, first down, move the chains.
Well, he's such a good runner in that he sees what's going on. I mean, he's as we said, he's hard to knock down. But that time he saw the hole was not there, so he veered out to his right, able to pick up the 2 or 3 yards needed very easily.
41-0. That game has gone final.
Fake the handoff to McCoy, goes to Jackson Holt, spin move, and he's close to another first down. That second effort gets him close to the first down marker.
Jackson Holt.
Man, Jackson's running well tonight.
Yeah, he sure is. I mean, excellent spin move right there. I mean, he's getting hit hard. And these guys are popping him good, and he's holding on to the football and doing an outstanding
A lot of
job.
times, when you off the wing D, you're going to do a serious misdirection. Right there.
Titus McCoy, first down into Warren Central territory at the 49.
You can see they're doing a little smash mouth football right here. Kind of, block the guy in front of you. They're not doing a lot of pulling and different things with their linemen. They're just kind of going straight ahead, block who's in front of you. And so far it's been very effective as they've moved the ball out to the 50-yard line.
Yeah, challenged the Center Grove offensive line. Opened some holes. Backs will do the rest of the work. McCoy and the Holt brothers running hard here tonight. This one's going to be handed off to Titus McCoy.
Wow.
Steps outside a little bit.
Thought he might get
daylight.
one, and he got 6.
And picks up 5 more yards. Great vision down.
Unbelievable.
Great vision by McCoy. Great footwork. Give him 5 yards. 2nd and 5 for the Trojans.
Well, you got to wonder if you're watching, Warren Central, at what point in time do you stick about 9 guys in the box and just say, I'm not going to allow you to run the football?
Offense off the field.
6 minutes to play in the game. Handoff, trying to sprint outside as Trevor Holt gets back to the line of scrimmage and maybe a yard.
Yeah,
good pursuit by the Warren defense.
Yeah, pretty good pursuit right there. 49 for Warren off the field with helmet off. His helmet came off.
Knox, linebacker, a senior, has to leave for one play. 3rd and 4, the call for Coach Moore and the Trojans.
3rd and a big 4.
Yeah, it's closer to 5.
Yeah.
Center Grove quickly to the line of scrimmage. Quick snap count. Titus McCoy ripped to the turf as he goes across the 40, gets inside the 40. Is going to be close. Real close.
Well, the offensive line is doing a good job here because Warren
may measure. They're going to look at it. First down, Trojans. Yes.
Like that man in the white hat right there. I mean, that's 2 or 3 times he could have called for measurements, and he said,
keep the momentum going.
Yeah, exactly. Why waste the time? Let's go. That's a first down. But McCoy's not even really getting touched till he gets a couple yards down. It didn't look like he had gained that many yards right there, but it's because the offensive line's doing an outstanding job of pushing that defensive line down the field.
Ted, we talked about Center Grove defense trying to come up with the stop. They did, obviously, with the big block punt. But the Center Grove offense has only had to punt 1 time tonight, and Sidowitz rolls out, now runs the football, goes out of bounds, and gets some positive yards.
There was a miscue there because he looked long, and there was nobody in that part of the field.
Yeah, it could have been a miscommunication there on the play.
What did he get, about a half a yard?
Maybe a half yard. Half yard to 1 yard.
Yeah. Good play right there, though. I mean, you got to either throw it away or just, get what you can. Don't throw some pass. I mean, they'd obviously tied up your receivers. Nobody was open.
Yeah, and that's what you see from those plays.
1 yard credited. 2nd down and 9. 4:59 to play in the 4th, and Trevor Holt found a little bit, but not much.
Just a yard on that play. 3rd and long.
Great job by the Warren D-line.
Boy, what do you do here?
Clogging up the running lane.
And you got 2 downs to pick up 8 yards.
A couple of receivers in with Zach Smith and Quentin Sturzman. Smith to the left, splits out. Sturzman here to the right.
In the gun.
Trevor Holt in the slot, goes in motion.
Who jumped? Did somebody jump?
Flag down.
Oh, Center Grove jumped. Wow.
From 3rd and 8 now to 3rd and 13.
Against the Center Grove Trojans. 5-yard penalty. So what was it, Ted? 3rd and 8. Now it's going to be 3rd and 13.
Yeah, you got to pick up at least 7 or 8 yards right here to give yourself a chance on 4th down.
Joey will work from the shotgun. He's had some success tonight from the shotgun. Low snap, flips it forward right to Trevor Holt. He cuts it up. He's inside the 40 to the 38.
It's going to be 4th and 9, though.
Yeah, 4th and 9.
Kind of a low snap. Joey did a best he could with not a great situation. They got it to Holt. he does a nice job, but just good pursuit by Warren Central on the outside right there. If you're Center Grove right here, if you're a wide receiver, if you're the backs, you have got to know where the first down yardage is. You can't just hope that you pick it up. You have to know that you get to a certain place on that field to pick up the first down because you have got to pick it up.
Coach will let the clock run, and then we'll call a timeout. And now Coach Moore calls a timeout, stops the clock with 3:32 to play in the game. Center Grove down 3, 38-35. It'll be 4th and 10 once play resumes at the Warren Central 39-yard line. The Goddard School of Greenwood, a proud supporter of Center Grove Trojan football. The Goddard School of Greenwood offers a safe and happy preschool environment for children 6 weeks to 6 years old. The Goddard School's highly qualified teachers are dedicated to fostering a love of learning in your child. Call the Goddard School of Greenwood. Owner Steve Patel at 317-884-1850 to find out more about the Goddard School of Greenwood. Also, Pat Kendall Insurance, a proud supporter of Trojan football. As your personal insurance agent, Pat Kendall will keep you informed and aware of Farmers Insurance products. It is his mission to help you develop the right plans to meet your insurance needs. Through dedication, knowledge, and a tireless work ethic, Pat Kendall will be the agent that his clients will refer to their friends and families. Pat Kendall Insurance, a proud supporter of Center Grove Trojan football. And Ted, biggest play of the night right here for Center Grove, 4th and 10 here late in the ball game.
Yeah, this could be the play. Again, if you're Center Grove, you've got to know. Might try to pull them off to make it shorter, but here we go.
Siderwitz airs it out. He's got Zach Smith for the first down. Out of bounds, just shy of the 10. 28 yards for Zach Smith on the catch. His first catch of the game.
Yeah, he's wide open. I don't know if they run a little bit of a pick play here, but Warren Central not ready for it, and Zach Smith runs a great route and makes a great catch, and the biggest play of the game for sure.
Hey, they run those pick plays in the pros.
Yeah,
get away with it most of the time.
I mean, I'm not saying that they did, but you just wondered something happened. It looked like there were guys there, and all of a sudden there's one guy wide open.
1st and 10. Titus McCoy fights to the 5-yard line. Center Grove can still get a first down, I do believe. That was 1st and 10 from the 11, and McCoy gets 6. 2nd down and 4. Inside 3 minutes to play in the game. Center Grove down 3, looking for the touchdown.
You guys not off the field.
Titus McCoy close. Gets it to the 1.
That guy's standing over the one guy for Warren Central did not get off of the football field, and the official was right there and didn't call anything.
1st and goal for the Trojans. Center Grove quickly to the line of scrimmage.
You wonder why they're not using all the time here. You don't want to give Warren Central, even if you score.
Titus McCoy, touchdown, Trojans in front. Titus McCoy from 1 yard out goes up and over the top for the score. His 3rd touchdown of the night.
But you've given Warren Central 2 minutes and 45 seconds. I mean, at 1st and goal, you would have thought they would have ran, you could run a couple plays there almost just down the football and take a minute off.
Extra point by Snyder is good. Center Grove in front, 42-38. 4-point advantage. Warren Central needs a touchdown. A field goal does them no good. 2:45 to play in the ballgame. Titus McCoy, 3 scores here in the second half.
Well, don't be surprised here on the kickoff if Jason doesn't, have his guys interchanging a little bit when they get ready to see, Center Grove's obviously going to pooch kick it. If I were Jason, I would run number 1 up there to where they're going to kick it and make sure that he catches the football. So I'm sure that Warren Central will do something like that to put the best available athlete they have to put it in his hands.
Center Grove 15 plays on the drive. In 5 minutes and 55 seconds, 76 yards, they move it. 13 running plays, couple of pass plays. McCoy 1-yard touchdown run. The big play, Ted, though, again, was Joey Siderwitz to Zach Smith on 4th and 10, a 28-yard completion. That was huge.
That was huge.
That's your play of the game. Snyder will kick off for the Trojans. He'll do the sky kick here to the near side. Let's see if Center Grove can cover him up, and they take him down. Connor Steve cuts down the return man shy of the 35-yard line. Well done by Snyder to get it in the air to give his men time to get down there to cover the kick.
All game long. Let's see if that continues.
2 minutes, 41 seconds remaining in the ball game. And Ted, we've seen Warren Central score in 90 seconds in the first half.
Warren got 2 timeouts left. Oh, that's not right. Okay.
So Warren's got a couple of timeouts, right?
That's what it says on the scoreboard. Rick says 1.
1, okay. Center Grove fans on their feet. 2:41 to play. Sumeyer, the quarterback, drops, fires, has a man here on the near side. Did he catch it? No, he did not. Incomplete pass. Trying to get that first down here to the near side. Tried to do that down and out to Montez Brown. Incomplete pass. He short-hopped him.
Just got to watch for the out and up. Make sure that you don't let anybody get behind you.
2:39 to play. Second down and 10. Sumeyer fakes. And now Coe drops the football. Is that a live football? We'll see. They're going to say incomplete pass. You would hope it was a live ball because that would keep the clock running, but it's an incomplete pass. Stops the clock with 2:34 to play in the game. It is 3rd and 10. Trojan fans making noise here on the near side, on their feet. Sumeyer from shotgun formation. Some movement on that right side. Flag down. He did see it. This back official, Rick, did see it, so great job. The back official did see something. There was movement on that offensive line right side for Warren, and it will be a false start against the Warriors, marching back 5 yards.
Yeah, Warren is their offense. The first 3 quarters, 3.5 quarters looked very, very good, but they've lost a little bit of their poise here in this as Center Grove has started putting a little pressure on them.
Ted, you got to watch out for Jay Coe. He's their money man, number 1. Since Tante not in the ball game. He is on the sideline with an injury.
Well, middle of the field's probably going to be open. They're, but where you can tackle them if they do catch it.
Coe is in the slot. Sumeyer looking in his direction. He's going to run the football, and they take him down across the 30 and didn't quite get to the 35. Great pursuit by the Center Grove defense. Looked like Sam Bolin was one in on the tackle for the Trojans, number 28, among others. Great pursuit. 4th and 9, Ted. 4th and 9 for Warren Central with 2:05 to play in the game.
This is pretty much the game right here. You've got to pick this up and keep moving the football. If not, Center Grove's going to get the football at the 33-yard line.
Center Grove trying to win here just for the second time in school history. Sumeyer looking to run. Taken down from behind. Turnover on downs. Wow. Was that Root that got him? 45. Dan Root got him from behind. Turnover on downs. The Center Grove defense comes up big late here in the game.
Center Grove only rushed 3, so there's 8 in coverage and made it very difficult. He could not find anybody. Nice job by the defensive secondary of Center Grove to drop. Their linebackers did a nice job dropping in front of their players, and just no open lanes right there. Center Grove's defense, the fourth quarter, really has made a difference. They got some huge stops, and a veteran team. We talked about Center Grove being a veteran team, and you can see it here in the fourth quarter as they're able to come back and probably win this football game.
Siderwoods, handoff. Titus McCoy finds a seam. He's to the 20. Stay in bounds. Good job, Titus. He stayed in bounds. Keep that clock rolling.
You see him square that guy up.
24 yards for McCoy.
Watch this. He could have easily went down after he's gained the first down. Watch him square this guy up right here. Come here. Boom. He just squared up and hit him. Oh, man.
That's William Campbell taking the big hit from Titus McCoy. And, again, he stays in bounds and keeps that clock rolling, Ted. 90 seconds to play in the game.
Yeah, I mean, Eric doesn't care if they score here. He just wants to get the time run out as quickly as possible. And with a minute 20, You want to take care of the football.
The snap is in about the one.
I mean, really, you could probably just down it.
McCoy hit behind the line of scrimmage.
Loses a yard or two. That's really not a.
Down to a minute left here in the fourth quarter.
Just don't want to do something stupid and get into the Seattle playbook and throw a pass here or something, late in the game.
Less than a minute to play.
Ted, they've moved this game from week 9 to week 1. Center Grove won here.
Doesn't matter when they play it. It's one of the best games you're going to watch all year.
But I just think you'd rather play Warren early versus late in the season.
Well, yeah, there's no question. But
Get them out of the gate early.
It's always a great football game.
I'd rather catch Warren early in the season. Now Joey takes a knee. Titus McCoy tonight, 22 carries, 135 yards, 3 touchdowns, all here in the second half. And we're down to 20 seconds.
Yeah, they're not going to call a timeout. So Center Grove's going to win. Give the offensive line also a big, both lines. Defensive line came to play in the fourth quarter, and the offensive line just continued to wear them down and move the football. Nice job by the entire Center Grove football team.
Center Grove celebrating
Inside tonight.
a season-opening win here at Warren Central. Wow. What an effort here tonight by the Trojans, especially here in the second half.
It's amazing what a win like this might do, because it looked like you're going to lose the football game. And for you to hang in there and believe in yourself, as they go through the season, they're going to come across other situations where they get down by 7 or 14 or whatever, and they're going to believe that they can come back. I mean, this could be a huge boost to them having a great opportunity to win a state championship later on this year.
Ted, tonight, Joey Siderwitz, 8 of 8 passing, 152 yards, 2 touchdowns.
And some good routes run by his receivers. I mean, when he put it up there, they were able to come down with it. Just a complete team win. The defense came alive in the fourth quarter. I'm sure, obviously, we need a little work on the kickoff return. Defense wants to be a little stronger, but when they needed to come up big, both the offense and the defense answered the bell.
Ted, we'll see you next Friday night for the home opener against Whiteland.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Again, the final from Warren Central tonight, 42-38, the Center Grove Trojans over the Warriors. Coming up next, a recap with Rick Embry. This is Center Grove Trojan football.
Ray Skim's got your truck, man. Big and little trucks, man. Integrated locations, man. Skim's got your truck, man. He's got SUVs, crossovers, long bed, short bed, flat bed, dump cab, crew cab, center cab, half ton, 3/4 ton, 1 ton, high cube van, cargo van, diesel engine, gas in stock, or custom in the color you want, man. Ray Skim's got your truck, man. Big and little trucks, man. Integrated locations, man. Skim's got your truck, man. Ray Skillman's got your truck, man.
Hi, I'm Mark Linder.
And I'm Tiffany McClurg with the Linder McClurg team at RE/MAX Select.
We would like to say thank you for making us Center Grove's go-to real estate team year after year.
We take great pride in supporting and giving back to our community. Throughout the years, we have supported many blood drives, fundraisers, and have been named a top donator for Riley Children's Hospital. We are super excited to be a top sponsor for Center Grove football this year. Remember, when buying, selling, or building, please remember to call the Linder McClurg team. Go Trojans!
If you want your business to be remembered, you have to stand out and create an impact with your audience. Spotlight Strategies is a full-service marketing company that provides print, apparel, promotional items, and signs. We produce items like company forms, letterhead, business cards, and brochures, customized apparel products, and cool-looking t-shirts for our favorite high school team.
Your message matters. The way you share it makes a difference. Call Spotlight Strategies today.
Trojans
Welcome back to Warren Central High School one last time tonight. Kevin Conrad now joined by Rick Embry. Center Grove victorious tonight, winning the season opener here on the east side of Indianapolis over Warren Central, 42-38. And Rick, what a great comeback by the Trojans, down by a couple of scores and then down by a field goal. But it's Center Grove in the end with the big score by Titus McCoy, and the defense with a big stop, turning over on downs late in the game. But man, you can give a lot of game balls to a lot of different guys tonight, but collectively just a team effort and a team win tonight for the Trojans.
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. You know, they go down after giving up the 85-yard kickoff return. They're down 35-21 with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter, and you think it's just not our night. And by the end of the third quarter, they've already got it tied up. They got the quick three-play drive at the end of the third quarter, scored, and then stopped Warren Central, forced the punt from their own 25, got the block by Swan, picked it up by Root, and scored from 18 yards to tie it at the end of the third quarter, and momentum at that time had completely shifted. So they turned around in the start of the fourth quarter, weren't able to keep them completely off the board, but left Warren with only a field goal, and then drove down the field and scored with a few minutes to go, and their defense stepped up at the end. But absolutely, Kevin, all phases of the ball. You look up and go, well, your defense didn't do much, but in the last quarter and 3 minutes, they only gave up 3 points. So great effort, great adjustments by the coaching staff, and it's always a great win at Warren Central.
Center Grove trailed 21-14 at half, and I felt like in the second half, Rick, the Center Grove offensive line really stepped up their game in the second half and created some openings for the running backs, and Titus McCoy was able to capitalize, scoring 3 times in the second half.
Yeah, and Titus just found another gear. At the first of the ball game, it looked like they were kind of keying on him, but made a couple nice shifty moves there in the fourth quarter, and he got stronger. And that's what the off season's for, is to see who's strongest in the fourth quarter. And definitely, like you said, the offensive line and the backs absolutely made huge plays. But really, you have to look at the play of the game as 4th and 10 on your 38-yard line, and you're in trouble. If you don't make it right there, it's probably ball game. You only got 1 timeout left. You've got under 3 minutes to go in the ball game, and the pass pattern that they ran, Zach Smith was wide open, and Joy hit him in stride, and a huge 19-yard gain down the 11-yard line, and then they were able to punch it in from there pretty quickly. But just a huge play call. And we talked about Titus a few times, but like you said, Joy was 8 for 8, 152 yards, 3 touchdowns, and that's exactly what you want from your senior quarterback.
Rick, not an easy place to win. Only the second time for the Trojans coming here to the east side to win on Warren's home field. They did it back in 2013, and here they come back a couple of years later, and they do it again, and they had to score a lot of points.
Yeah, absolutely. We were just talking about, that's obviously what we're expecting, right? A 42-38 ball game. Exact opposite. We're looking, last year was 12-9. Year before it was a slugfest here in the semi-state, in which they beat us at the end, I think, without scoring a touchdown, and then you look up the board and there's 80 points up on the board. But that right there says that both sides of the ball for Center Grove are going to be huge this year. Today the defense struggled, and credit Warren Central with a great game plan, but the offense came through and only got stopped 1 time the whole game.
Hey, Rick, next Friday night, home opener, Whiteland, always a big crowd. It's going to be a special night.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, I told somebody at work today, they said, who do you start with? And I said, well, we're at Warren. We're at home against Whiteland, who's ranked number 5 in 5A. Then we are at Carmel, who's number 1. Or number 2, and then we have Ben Davis at home, who's number 1. So 3 out of the top 4, and we're the other one in 6A, and then a number 5 team in 5A. So will be a great ball game. Whiteland obviously has a little bit. They thought they should have beat us last year. Honestly, they probably outplayed us there at Whiteland. We were able to fortunately pull one out, 14-13. So I'm sure they're going to be fired up. And I would imagine that Center Grove's going to be thinking a little bit about last year, and will come out fired up.
Rick, thanks for your help tonight. We'll see you next Friday night.
Thanks, Kevin.
Tonight's game was produced by Center Grove Gridiron Productions, New 5 Creative, and CenterGroveSportsNetwork.com. The executive director is Aaron Holt. Executive producer Matt Murray. Camera operators Austin Tyke and Kyle Johnson and Carl Mason, and also statisticians provided by Jamie Smith and Bo Barrett. Special thanks to Center Grove Athletic Director John Zwitt and head football coach Eric Moore for their help with tonight's broadcast. Once again, big win tonight for the Trojans here on the road over Warren Central, 42-38. The Trojans host Whiteland Friday night at 7 o'clock for a non-conference game in the home opener. Warren Central plays Cincinnati Colerain next Saturday at the University of Cincinnati. Until Friday night, this is Kevin Conrad for Ted Kitchell and Rick Embry saying good night, everyone, from Warren Central High School.